Good evening, everyone. Welcome once again. Atlantic Broadband Cable, in cooperation with the South Union Township Supervisors, presents the South Union Township Sports Network. Tonight via tape delay here from the Mustang Field, home of the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. The Mustangs will take on the Indiana Little Indians. It's also senior night here at Laurel Highlands, and we'll have all those festivities for you here on the South Union Township Sports Network. This is Gary Frankhauser along with Rick Frank and Jerry Dupay, and we welcome you for tonight's football action. This coverage is brought to you on the South Union Township Sports Network as a joint cooperative venture featuring the supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott, Atlantic Broadband Cable, Armstrong Cable, and CUTV with Gary Smith. Once again, Gary Frankhauser on the play-by-play, Rick Frank analyzing everything, and Jerry Dupay on the camera. We'll be back with the starting lineups for both teams and the senior night activities after these messages. You're watching the South Union Township Sports Network.
Centers for Rehab Services, CRS, a part of UPMC and the Center for Sports Medicine, is a proud sponsor of the South Union Township Sports Network and its coverage of area youth sports. Make Centers for Rehab Services your choice for all of your physical and occupational therapy needs. CRS, located at 160 Wayland Smith Drive, provides physical therapy, occupational therapy, work injury programs, and hand therapy. Valuing patient satisfaction is one of their highest priorities. Centers for Rehab Services offers a patient-centered environment where each patient has an individualized treatment plan developed for their specific needs. They are experts in helping you recover from injuries, increase strength, and build endurance. CRS professionals have become highly skilled through a strong commitment to continuing education and advanced certifications to ensure the most cutting-edge and cost-effective treatment for their patients. Jim Burns, a lifetime Uniontown area resident, is a licensed physical therapist and facility director of the Uniontown location, as well as a field faculty instructor for Duquesne University and for the University of Pittsburgh School of Physical Therapy. He invites you to stop by his state-of-the-art location and discuss your rehabilitation needs. Center for Rehab Services is participating with most insurance plans, including all Highmark products, UPMC Health Plan, and Medicare. Available 5 days a week and offering extended hours for patient convenience. Patients are seen within 24 to 48 hours and walk-ins are always welcome. Patients may also be seen through direct access, which does not require a physician's prescription. CRS worked with physicians and other healthcare providers to help you find relief, live your life again, and get you back into the game. For more information, call CRS at 724-437-7500. Where you treat for physical therapy is always your choice, so ask for Centers for Rehab Services. It's your health, it's your choice.
Many people unknowingly have chronic liver disease and discover it during routine blood testing. Possible causes include alcohol, hepatitis C, fatty liver, and iron overload. If left unchecked, this can lead to cirrhosis or severe liver scarring. Offer the latest testing and treatment for chronic liver disease. SWGI, specialists in digestive health.
Welcome back here to Mustang Field as we await the pregame activities here. We're going to take a look at these starting lineups. Rick Frank, here are the defensive starters for the Indiana Little Indians.
Thanks, Gary. For the Little Indians, at quarterback tonight, it will be, defense. Nose tackle, number 73, Liam McDaniel. He is a senior, 6'3", 285. Across the front line, tackle number 50, Joe McCracken. He is a 6'2", 215-pound senior. Tackle number 66, Nick Wood. He's a 6'2", 233-pound senior. The linebackers, number 47, Alex Kowalczyk. He is a 5'11", 190-pound senior. Outside linebacker, Mikhail Bajwa. He is number 5. He is a 5'11", 170-pound senior. Other linebacker, Lance Albright. Lance is a 6 foot, 165-pound senior. At the corners, we have number 24, Chase Cunningham. Chase is a 5'9", 135-pound senior. And we have Luke Thomas, the other corner, number 4. He's a 6'2", 185-pound senior. The safeties, Malik Turner. He is a 5'10", 180-pound junior. Free safety, number 6, Ryan Dixon. He's a 5'9", 155-pound senior. And that is our starting lineup for the Indiana Little Indians.
Those are your defenders for Indiana that will be trying to stop this Mustang offense. And let's just go through the Mustang seniors as we're waiting for this action. We'll be back right after these messages to go through the seniors and the starting lineup for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs.
Turn to the experts. Fayette Furnace Company Incorporated, serving the Tri-County area since 1920, the area's oldest and most reliable heating and cooling contractor, specializing in Carrier equipment. Employee owned and operated, choosing Fayette Furnace Company and Carrier not only gives you over 200 years of experience, but gives you the experts to help you solve your home's comfort needs. And call Fayette Furnace Company and Carrier to solve your home comfort needs today. Call 724-438-5400 or look up Fayette Furnace Company on the web at FayetteFurnaceCompany.com. Turn to the experts, almost 100 years of serving the Tri-County area. For more information, call Mike at 724-438-5400. That's 724-438-5400 for Fayette Furnace Company.
Davis & Davis, attorneys at law.
Every person who's been injured, when they come in, has an expectation that their case is important, and it is to us. We take these cases very seriously.
So that experience that we have is unique also because we have experience in these communities, in Uniontown, in Washington, in Waynesburg, in these court systems.
You don't have to go to Pittsburgh to be represented by attorneys who don't know their way around your community.
Davis & Davis, attorneys at law.
Here we go with the defenders for Laurel Highlands. Across the front line on defense, Joey Conley, number 66. Number 76, Gary Gardner. J.W. Price will be also in there on defense. Ben DiLorenzo, number 54, and number 79 for the Mustangs, John Sabatula. Linebackers, Ronnie Romsberg, number 23, number 2, Tyler Christopher, number 4, Shay Dussault, number 5, Jacob Popson, and Aaron Huey will also see some time at linebacker. In the defensive backfield, number 18, Dan Carney, number 3, Connor Basinger. Number 1, Daniel Izzy. Also, we'll see Miguel Bumfield back there. We'll also see number 25, Robbie Slater. And the Mustangs will be substituting very freely here this evening, trying to put some pressure on this Indiana offense. You're going to be seeing these seniors come across the field here soon. Let's just run down those. Connor Basinger, Shay Dussault, Ryan Fike, failed to mention him. He'll be playing defense a lot here this evening. And offense wing, we got Ben DiLorenzo. You got, Zachary Chandler-Jones, John Sabatula. And the rest of these seniors will be playing their last home game here on Mustang Field. So let's hope for a stellar performance here as we wait for the pregame activities to commence. We'll be right back here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Good luck to the Mustangs from the South Union Township Supervisors, Rick Vernon, Jason Scott, and Robert Schiffbar. Smith, Lewis & Chess, Financial Services in Uniontown, would like to wish the Laurel Highlands football team and their coaches good luck this football season.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the campus of Laurel Highlands Senior High School and Mustang Field, where tonight the Mustangs of Laurel Highlands is hosting the Indians from Indiana High School in a boys section football game. Ladies and gentlemen, it is also senior night here for us at Laurel Highlands, as tonight we'll be honoring our football team, our cheerleaders, and our band members. We ask now if you would to direct your attention down to the football field and the 50-yard line, as we are now going to meet our seniors. First of all, for the football team, wearing number 3, Connor Basinger. Connor's being escorted by his parents, Amy Hinch-Beener and Scott Basinger. Connor's been a member of the football team for 4 years. He's also a member of the Laurel Highlands basketball team and the Health and Wellness Club. Connor's proudest achievement at Laurel Highlands was beating West Mifflin last season. What Connor will miss the most about being a Mustang is always being around the guys. We are all one big family. Connor plans to attend college, get a degree in finance, and hopefully play football. Ladies and gentlemen, Connor Basinger. Our next senior is number 4, Shay Deso. Shay's being escorted by Melvin Fitzgerald. Shay's been a member of the football team for 4 years. He also participates in wrestling and Laurel Highlands track and field. Shay's proudest moment and achievement at Laurel Highlands is playing the first game of the season his freshman year. What he'll miss about most being a Mustang is playing football with his friends. Shay's future plans are to attend college and get a degree in sports medicine. Ladies and gentlemen, Shay Deso. Our next senior is number 54, Benjamin De Lorenzo. He's being escorted by his father, Bob De Lorenzo, and his grandparents, Mary and Ron Griffith. Ben has been a member of the Mustang football team for 4 years. He's also a member of the track and field team. Ben's proudest achievement at Laurel Highlands was joining the football team. What he'll miss the most about being a Mustang is the family that they have created. Ben's future plans are to attend college and get a degree in wildlife biology. Ladies and gentlemen, Ben De Lorenzo. Our next senior is number 71, Zachary Chandler Jones. Zachary is being escorted by his mother, Danette Smith, and his aunt, Lois Fairfax. Zachary's been a member of the football team for 2 years. He also participates in Laurel Highlands track and field. Zach's proudest achievement at Laurel Highlands is being Student of the Month twice for physical education and family consumer science. What he'll miss the most about being a Mustang is running the hill once a week. Zach's future plans are to attend college at Penn State University. Ladies and gentlemen, Zachary Chandler Jones. Our next senior is Ryan Fike, number 12. Ryan is being escorted by his parents, Rob and Renee Fike. Ryan has been a member of the Mustang football team for 4 years. Ryan's proudest achievement at Laurel Highlands was beating Albert Gallatin with last year's seniors. What he'll miss the most about being a Mustang is the bond between the team and Friday nights. Ryan's future plans are to attend nursing school after graduation. Ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Fike. Our final senior is number 79, John Sabatula. John has been escorted by his mother, Candy Sabatula, and John Rockwell, also by his father, John Sabatula. John has been a member of the football team for 4 years. He also participates in junior achievement. John's proudest achievement at Laurel Highlands is taking and passing all the AP classes. What he'll miss the most about being a Mustang is his teammates and his coaches. John's future plans is to attend college and get his DPT to be a physical therapist. Ladies and gentlemen, John Sabatula. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would, how about a nice round of applause for our 6 seniors? Congratulating them, thanking them for the memories they've given us over the past years, and wishing them the best of luck in the future. And reminding you also, too, guys, that you always have a home with us here at Laurel Highlands. And now to the Laurel.
Creditors calling you day and night? Your debt overwhelms you? Although you may feel that you're in a hopeless situation, Zebulon Mahalev & White can help. We're a full-service local bankruptcy firm that knows what a difficult time this is and what to do to help you get a fresh start. Call Zebulon Mahalev & White today for a free consultation. Your hometown bankruptcy firm. Call us today.
Don't borrow more money until you talk to Zebulon Mahalev & White.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank. at your service.
And now, from the Academy of Fine Arts on the campus of Laurel Highlands High School, under the direction of Mark Santor, assisted by Lawrence Thorpe, we're proud to present the award-winning Pride of Laurel Highlands, the Mustang Marching Band. The drum majors this year are Sarah Kerr and Caitlin Teich, Majorette Captain Michaela Golden, Color Guard Captain Reagan Schondelmeyer. Mustang fans, clap along as the band performs Fight Mustangs. And now, ladies and gentlemen, would you please stand for the singing of our national anthem and remain standing for the Laurel Highlands High School alma mater. The color guard tonight is composed of cadets from the Laurel Highlands High School Air Force Junior ROTC. To honor our veterans, the cadets are also displaying a large American flag that has proudly flown over our county and was generously donated by the United Veterans of Fayette County. Singing the national anthem this evening is Senior Chamber Choir member Hannah Stefanson. And now would you join us as we honor America.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the lands of the free and the home of the brave?
Ladies and gentlemen, the Laurel Highlands High School alma mater. the Mustang Marching Band.
Centers for Rehab Services, CRS, a part of UPMC and the Center for Sports Medicine, is a proud sponsor of the South Union Township Sports Network and its coverage of area youth sports. Make Centers for Rehab Services your choice for all of your physical and occupational therapy needs. CRS, located at 160 Wayland Smith Drive, provides physical therapy, occupational therapy, work injury programs, and hand therapy. Valuing patient satisfaction is one of their highest priorities. Centers for Rehab Services offers a patient-centered environment where each patient has an individualized treatment plan developed for their specific needs. They are experts in helping you recover from injuries, increase strength, and build endurance. CRS professionals have become highly skilled through a strong commitment to continuing education and advanced certifications to ensure the most cutting-edge and cost-effective treatment for their patients. Jim Burns, a lifetime Uniontown area resident, is a licensed physical therapist and facility director of the Uniontown location, as well as a field faculty instructor for Duquesne University and for the University of Pittsburgh School of Physical Therapy. He invites you to stop by his state-of-the-art location and discuss your rehabilitation needs. Center for Rehab Services is participating with most insurance plans, including all Highmark products, UPMC Health Plan, and Medicare. Available 5 days a week and offering extended hours for patient convenience. Patients are seen within 24 to 48 hours and walk-ins are always welcome. Patients may also be seen through direct access, which does not require a physician's prescription. CRS worked with physicians and other healthcare providers to help you find relief, live your life again, and get you back into the game. For more information, call CRS at 724-437-7500. Where you treat for physical therapy is always your choice, so ask for Centers for Rehab Services. It's your health, it's your choice.
Welcome back to Mustang Field. We're just about ready for the coin toss. Going out for the Mustang captain, Shea Dussault, Ryan Fike, and Connor Basinger. Across the way for the Little Indians, number 50, that is Joseph McCracken. Number 4, Luke Thomas, the quarterback. It's like number 47, Axel Kowalczyk.
Number 47.
And number 73,
Liam McDaniel.
And number 73,
the offensive guard,
McDaniel.
Nice.
The captains from Laurel
Let's see what happens now. Mustangs in their home red uniforms, the Indiana Indians white shirts with the black pants.
Mustangs deferred.
Nice.
They won and deferred.
Go for the defensive action first. Mustangs will be defending the left end zone and kicking off to the Little Indians as we are just about ready for high school football action.
Tonight, Gary, which goal you defend isn't as big of a factor tonight. It's a beautiful night, about 55 degrees and no wind. Nice weather, so I don't know that there's an advantage necessarily. It seems when Coach Just and even his brother tend to defend the south side of the stadium, the left side of the stadium first. Not sure the reason for that.
Gary, there's your deep guys.
Going deep for Indiana, number 6, that's Ryan Dixon. And number 2, Devin Flint. Kicking off will be Daniel Izzy, number 1. Shown a strong leg throughout the season, has been able to put the ball consistently around the 5-yard line.
He does have a strong leg, but they kind of teeter back and forth between Izzy and Zach Layton on field goals, or extra points rather.
Devin Flint, and number 3.
I don't think we've tried a field goal this year.
Here we go. Senior night here at Laurel Highlands. Izzy with the run-up. Line drive kick all the way back to the 6-yard line. Taken there by Flint. He tries the right side, has some room, breaks it loose, runs into his own man, and now is brought down out close to the 40-yard line.
Boy, if
tackle there made by number, looked like 5 for the
Popson.
Or Maurice Richardson, number 9.
29.
He moves the ball to the 41-yard line where.
And Chenille Thomas. Gary, if he doesn't run into his own man, he's pretty much gone.
40-yard line.
I think you're right. Now the Mustangs need to get fired up a little bit here on defense and try to get off the field with a 3 and out. Thomas under center. Wings on both sides. One back behind him trying to hard count. He's going to take it himself right up the middle, and he's going to gain about 5, still on his feet for a gain of about 6.
Thomas is the leading gainer for the Little Indians.
Stopped by the Mustangs, number 2, Tyler Christopher.
He has 286 yards on the year.
Christopher on a tackle there for the Mustangs, but a 6-yard gain on first down. Takes it out to the 46-yard line. 2nd down and 4. Kind of an unconventional wing lineup there with the wings kind of tilted into the inside. And now the ball handed off inside and getting over the midfield stripe for the first down is the ball carrier for Indiana. That's Theodore Turner. He gets 5 yards, and that's a first down for Indiana.
10, Indiana.
Inside Mustang territory. 2 plays, 11 yards gain now for Indiana. Looks like they're pretty quick off the ball there, moving it with some efficiency on the first 2 plays.
When you were talking about the unconventional wings, I don't know, they're not slot guys, but I'm looking to see exactly how they contribute.
Speed sweep to this side now. That's deciphered pretty well by the Mustangs, as 2 or 3 of the Mustangs will bring down Turner that time. In there on the tackle for the Mustangs, that was Popson initially, and also number 29, Chanel Thomas. Slater also in there for the Mustangs. Small gain of 1 yard.
61, Price made the initial contact. The runner slipped through his hands, but slowed him down.
2nd and 9. That was number 1, Turner, on the carry for 1 yard. Right up the middle this time, in room up the middle again. Just straight up the middle. Big carry for a 10-yard gain.
42.
And that's number 5 that time.
42.
The 38-yard line.
42.
Number 5.
Mikhail Bourgeois. Give him 11.
Bourgeois.
Now the ball sitting at the Mustang 38-yard line. So effective running attack here so far. We expected Indiana to put the ball in the air, but they've been successful so far with the running attack. They're going to do the same thing right up the middle again, and that's a huge gain on first down once again. Brought down by Basinger and number 54 for the Mustangs.
42.
And that's DiLorenzo. 42 on the carry that time. Justin Rabel. Rabel on the carry. Number 42. He picked up about 7. Make it 2nd down and 3.
2nd down and about 3.
Gary, that's 6 running plays and by 6 different guys.
Rick, 42 ran it twice back
There's
to back.
Rabel again up the middle. That's Justin Rabel. He's going to have another Indiana first down inside the 30 to about the 27-yard line. So pick up a 4 on that play by Justin Rabel.
Justin Rabel again for Indiana to the 27, and it's a 1st and 10.
Rick.
1st and 10 at about the 27-yard line. So Indiana using a lot of clock, keeping the ball on the ground.
And right between the tackle, right between these hash marks.
Now a quick pitch out to the right, trying to get some angle. That's number 21, I believe, this time. Tackle made on the flank there by number 65 for the Mustangs. That's Aaron Huey.
For Indiana.
That was number 21, Caleb White.
65 for
So as you said, Rick, a lot of ball carriers for Indiana here so far. Pick up a 4 on that play down to the 23.
At the 23-yard line. Second down and 6.
So your stat sheet's going to be a mess.
Nah, we got it under control, but they see something that they're running right between the tackles.
Now here's a pitch back again, brought it up the middle and tries to work his way to the 20-yard line. See who the carry that time was.
Number 1.
That's number 1. That's Ted Turner.
Almost. That is Ted Turner, you're right.
Turner, the ball carrier.
Gain of 2 on the play and brings up third down and 3. Big play here for the Mustang defense, although you got to believe this is 4-down territory for Indiana. They send a wide receivers clear to the near sideline and one out to the right side. Wings are still in there, and it goes to the hard count again. Up the middle, this is Rabel again, and he's going to be stopped, but he pushes ahead for the first down, I believe.
Very close. That was a very good second effort there.
Rabel pushes ahead inside the 22 to about the the 16-yard line.
Rabel, the ball carrier. Stopped by the Mustangs, number 65, Aaron Huey.
Huey on the tackle.
Popson.
Popson it also assisting, but not before another first down for Indiana. Ball's at the 17-yard line.
Hey, Gary, this is uncharacteristic for Indiana. They're typically an air game.
It's working, though. And this is going to be a fake outside and now carry there by Bourgeois, number 5, and he's going to get close to another first down inside the 10-yard line to about the 8. Gain of 9 that time by Bourgeois, number 5.
Bourgeois, the ball carrier, to about the 8-yard line. Second and 1.
A lot of misdirection here by the Indiana offense, and it has the Mustangs basically on their heels.
That was a dangerous little pitch there backwards. If that doesn't go well, it was behind the quarterback. It could have been a fumble.
Rabel up the middle, and he's just going to push inside the 5 to about the 4, and they might as well just keep plowing it right up the middle. So Rabel that time from the 7 to the 3, give him 4. Second down. First and goal.
It's a first and goal for Indiana.
So the drive started at the Indiana 39-yard line, trying to cap off a 61-yard drive, taking almost 6 minutes off the clock. 6:35 to go here in the first, and now we got a flag. First mistake by Indiana. That's going to push them back 5. And that'll help the Mustangs out, but it'll still be first and goal now from the 7-yard line.
Now making the first and goal from the 7.
Well, thanks, Brian. We welcome in listeners on WMBS. Indiana, on their first possession, has held the ball approximately 5.5 minutes, took it on the 39-yard line, and now sits first and goal at the 7-yard line, driving completely down the field, all on the ground, trying to put in a first score on their first possession. On 1st and 7, back and a handoff to the right side and cutting back in, and looks like it is an Indiana touchdown going off right side. McQuell Bourgeois pushes it in for the Indiana touchdown. They take an early 6-0 lead, the extra point to come with 6:08 to go here in the first. On for the extra point. Looks like number...
Attempting the extra point is number 87, Luke Cioca.
Number 87, that's
Luke Cioca.
Luke Cioca.
And he puts it right down the middle, so Indiana takes their first drive, 61-yard drive,
Laurel Highlands,
5 minutes and 51 seconds taken off the clock. It's Indiana 7, Laurel Highlands nothing. We'll be back with the kick right after this on the South Union Township Sports Network.
colon cancer is the second leading cause of cancer deaths. Signs include abdominal pain and rectal bleeding. Colon cancer develops from a degenerating benign growth or polyp. Doctors performing colonoscopy are able to remove precancerous polyps, thus preventing colon cancer. This saves lives, and the American Cancer Society now recommends that everyone have a colonoscopy every 10 years, beginning at age 50. Offer the latest diagnostic testing. SWGI, specialists in digestive health.
Davis and Davis, attorneys at law.
Important for people to know that we represent injured people to the best of our ability, and we've been successful doing that. And I don't say that to have people come to see us because we have been successful. I say that because it's true, and it's important.
Another important aspect is the experience that we have is local experience in the court system in Uniontown, in Washington, in Waynesburg.
Davis and Davis, attorneys at law.
We're back as Indiana strikes first on their first possession. 61-yard drive culminated in a 7-yard run by McQuell Bajwa, all on the ground. Kicked by Luke Sioka makes it 7-0, and the Mustangs will be looking to get their first possession of the ball game.
Gary, this is another thing we haven't seen too much, kicking from the right hash.
Taken at about the 11-yard line. Let's see who that is. Up the middle, that's Izzy. Daniel Izzy on the return takes it out to about the 30-yard line. Laurel Highlands will take over. Tackle there by Chase Cunningham for Indiana. So let's see if the Mustangs can answer.
Yeah, that was an end-over-end kick, and he seems to kick it pretty straight, so it looks like he intended it to go
down that hash mark. Yeah. Easier to cover when you're pretty much taking half of the field out of play. Basinger in the familiar pistol, and he draws him off, and that's going to be an easy 5 yards. So Connor, very adept at that, drawing the defense off, and that's going to give the Mustangs a quick 5 yards.
He's done it in almost every game this year. A few teams, even a team like TJ jumped a couple times last week.
That'll advance the Mustangs 5 yards to the 35, making it a 1st and 5.
Connor coming over to the coaching staff to pick up the play. I'm not sure why the clock ran on that play. Well, that was the kickoff. I'm sorry. 7 seconds went off on the kickoff. So we're at 6:02. So Connor will take it himself off left side, trying to get to that first down marker, but he'll be stopped short of that at about the 38-yard line. So give him 3 on the carry, bring up 2nd down and 2.
Stop by number 66, initially Nicholas Wood.
Tackle there by Wood for Indiana.
There's really no secrets here tonight, Gary. They have 5, 6, 7 games worth of tape, and Connor and I'm sure Thomas have been running the same triple option offense for a while, for at least
Mustangs spread out that line this time, and this is Deso up the middle, and he's got room. He's into Indiana territory down to the 42-yard line. So Shea Deso takes it from the 38.
He's stopped by number 6, Ryan Dixon.
12 and 9, 21 yards on the carry. Oh no, they pushed it back to the 44, so make it a 18-yard carry.
Well, he was stopped there a couple yards from the line of scrimmage and somehow broke free. And
nice call.
Almost looked like the defensive backfield was kind of surprised that he was there.
This is Connor now on the right side trying to outrun the defense. Had a nice block on the outside there, and he's down the sideline to about the 21-yard line.
Connor Basinger for Laurel Highlands.
Didn't pick up that wide receiver on the outside, but it was a great seal block, whoever that was.
That was Daniel Izzy. And that, I think Connor would have got 5, 7 yards, but as a result, he got 23 on that because of that great block.
Down to the 22-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. 4:55 to go on a very fast-moving clock here in the first quarter. Each team with just one possession so far. Indiana scoring on their first possession. The Mustangs trying to answer. Here's Basinger trying to cut it up, and he's not much going there. Gains about yard and a half, maybe two, down to the 21-yard line.
To the 21-yard line, a gain of 1.
Second down and 9.
You know, the last play, Connor taking it to the outside was unusual because he usually doesn't go to the outside on running plays.
It was definitely a design play as we saw the outside receivers seal blocking those cornerbacks.
Well, Ryan and Connor have been working together for a long time.
Now, good penetration there this time by Indiana, but the handoff given to Dussault. He does squeeze through a little crack there down to about the 18-yard line. So
got 3.
Picks up 3. He's going to bring up third down and 5.
Be a third down.
Next year,
about 6.
Gary, it'd be hard to follow up Connor's adeptness at running this triple option offense. He really fooled the defensive line.
They all went after him, no doubt. Back goes Basinger. Now he's under pressure. Has a man open, and it's through the hands of the intended receiver. I think that was Slater. See if we can pick up the number. It was.
Intended for number 25.
It would have been at about the 15-yard line. It would have been short of the first down, so that brings up a fourth down and about 5.5. Big play here early in the first quarter. 3:40 to go, 41 to go on a stopped clock with pass incomplete.
That's pretty much the first stop of the clock this quarter, except for the after the touchdown.
Big play here for the Mustangs. Quick pitch out here to Fike. He has defenders all over him, and he's going to be short of the first down. Run out of bounds there by the Indiana Little Indians, number 66 out there on pursuit.
Laurel Highlands.
That was Nicholas Wood, and he's short of the first down, gets it down to about the 16-yard line. Indiana will take over on downs. So the Mustangs put together a decent drive, but come up empty, and now have to switch back to defense to see if they can find an answer to this Indiana offense.
Well, Gary, they definitely had to go for it on fourth down. You know, if they'd got stopped at the 40-yard line, and punted it, this is where the Indians might have started anyway.
So now, student body basically left on the carry there for Indiana is Turner, and he's going to pick up about 3. Second down and 7. He just turns around and hands it off to Turner and has both the guard and the tackle pulling, and also the quarterback, Luke Thomas, tries to lead block.
20-yard line.
At least seal somebody from coming from the backside.
Familiar double wing formation right up the middle. Rabel again dragging tacklers close to another Indiana first down. So
he's past that.
Rabel pushes it ahead for another Indiana first down, tackled by Ben DiLorenzo, but he picks up 7.
The 26-yard line.
Right at the spot for the first down, and moves the chains once again for Indiana.
I don't see them. I mean, they'll probably sprinkle some other runners because they mixed it up really well, but Rabel seems to be kind of the horse right now. He's got 23 yards on 5 carries.
Fake pitch, inside handoff, and the Mustangs have him in the backfield. We're not fooled that time. As the fake pitch right, cross buck on the inside, handed to Turner. There was 3 Mustangs there to greet him,
Turner,
led by number 2, Tyler Christopher.
Price was in there, and looks like Slater too.
So that pushed it back 2 yards. Loss of 2 on the play, second down and 12. Let's see if Indiana chooses to go to the air here now, Rick. Haven't had to do that just yet.
They just have 2 receivers outside the numbers.
There's the pitch again, and Turner cuts it back and runs into the pursuit of the Mustang defense. Turner loses his helmet there, tackled by DiLorenzo. Give him 2 on the carry, and now we have a whistle, and what's the stopping of the clock?
If his helmet comes off, he's got to come out.
That's right, but the minute 42 to go here in the first. 3rd down and 10 now for Indiana. Ball sitting at the Mustang 26-yard line. The Indiana 26-yard line.
Coming in for Turner is number 24, Chase Cunningham.
Thomas now goes back, looking, has a man open out here in the flat, and that's going to be open down the sideline for an Indiana first down. Tackle made by Fike, but wide open out there in the flat was number 8.
Number 42. Justin Rabel.
Oh, that was Rabel on the flat pass.
To the 43-yard line.
All the way out to the 40.
Indiana.
Let's see where they spot it. 43-yard line, another first down, so a big pickup on 3rd down by Indiana.
17 yards.
Puts it out to the 43-yard line. They just sent him out in the flat and cleared the zone with the wide receiver. Had him open in the flat for the play. Here's the student body right this time, and there's a lot of room this time as he tries to cut back, and he'll be close to another first down. That's Bajwa that time, number 5.
Mikhail Bajwa into Laurel Highlands territory at the 48-yard line.
So Indiana picking up chunks. They're going to say it's just short of the first down by about a half a yard. 2nd down for Indiana.
It's about a stick of chewing gum short of the first down.
Quarterback sneak here, I would think. No, they're just going to give it to Rabel right up the middle. Why not? And he's going to pick up 6. Make it 5. Down to the 43-yard line. 1st and 10, Indiana.
Is there any reason for Luke Thomas to dive down in there other than he might want to hit somebody? But if you got Rabel...
We used to say he didn't want to get his pants dirty, but that's not going to happen anyway.
Rabel, he's 5'10", 180, but he runs bigger than that.
Just a junior. So Thomas hands it right to Rabel, and he just goes right up the middle. Power football for Indiana. And they're just picking up huge chunks on first down. Rabel again, this time for 6.
Actually 7.
The 32.
Down to the
2nd down and 4.
37-yard line.
7-4. These are his runs. 7-4-2, 4-6-2, -2-2, 5 and 7. Why? That'll be the end of the quarter, actually.
As we click down the end of the first quarter, just 2 possessions for Indiana, 1 possession for the Mustangs. Indiana scoring on theirs, and they'll take a 7-0 lead into the second quarter. We'll be right back on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Turn to the experts. Fayette Furnace Company Incorporated, serving the Tri-County area since 1920. The area's oldest and most reliable heating and cooling contractor, specializing in Carrier equipment. Employee owned and operated, choosing Fayette Furnace Company and Carrier not only gives you over 200 years of experience, but gives you the experts to help you solve your home's comfort needs. And call Fayette Furnace Company and Carrier to solve your home comfort needs today. Call 724-438-5400 or look up Fayette Furnace Company on the web at FayetteFurnaceCompany.com. Turn to the experts, almost 100 years of serving the Tri-County area. For more information, call Mike at 724-438-5400. That's 724-438-5400 for Fayette Furnace Company.
Just sit right down and you hear a tale of a fateful call. You better pay those bills right now or you take a mighty fall. He really didn't know what to do, so he turned to those who did. Zeppeli, Mahalev, and White, your bankruptcy crew, your bankruptcy crew. So no matter how deep in debt you are, if your back's against the wall, Zeppeli, Mahalev, and White, just give them a call.
Welcome back. We're just about ready for second quarter action. Indiana driving again, having the ball second down and 4 at the Mustang 37-yard line. Just one pass by Indiana so far in their 2 possessions, and that was a big one. Picked up a first down on a 3rd and 9. Rabel carrying the load for Indiana so far, both on the ground and that one pass reception. Here's a pitch out now. Cut it up the middle, and this is Bajwa takes it down to the 24-yard line. A pickup of 14.
Mikhail Bajwa.
And another first down. Yeah.
4-yard line.
Keep saying that, Rick.
10, Indiana.
And they keep it right between the tackles.
They haven't made any mistakes as of yet, just that one false start down on the goal line, but they proved that that didn't bother them. Thomas. Rabel, he's just pushing ahead, and that offensive line for Indiana is just manhandling the Mustang defense. They just give it to him on first down. He picks up 6 pretty much every time. The Mustangs need to get low and try to eliminate that surge by the offensive line, get some penetration to stop those first down runs by Rabel. Second down and 4. All at the 18-yard line. Pitch out now. Trying to cut it back in, and he does. Meets the secondary, but he'll have a nice gain again, and it looks like another first down on the carry that time was number 5. And that's Bajwa. So Bajwa and Rabel now seem to be the 2 carriers for Indiana that they're going to rely upon, and it's going to be another first down to the 12-yard line.
Gary, when I look at the front line for, they're really moving the pile, the Indiana front line is. And when I look at them, one's 205, Wood is 233, McDaniel is 285, and Smith is 254.
There's Rabel off left tackle this time, and he's going to carry the Mustang defenders all the way into the end zone, I believe. But they may. There it is, touchdown from the 12-yard line. So Rabel gets his first touchdown of the evening. Pushes the lead out now for Indiana, 13-0 with the extra point to come. Luke Sioka on for the extra point.
Kicking the extra point, attempting the extra point, number 87, Luke Sioka.
Sioka on for the extra point. 2 possessions for Indiana and 14 points on the board. So with 10:23 to go here in the second, it's Indiana 14, Laurel Highlands nothing. We'll be right back on the South Union Township Sports Network. Welcome back on the South Union Township Sports Network, welcoming in the listeners on WMBS. 10:23 to go here in the second. Indiana's had 2 possessions, and they've converted 2 long drives to take a 14-0 lead over the Mustangs. The Mustangs, on their only possession of the game so far, did drive deep into Indiana territory down to about the 15-yard line, but turned it over on downs. And here's the kick coming down to Fike, I believe, at the 10-yard line. Takes it up the middle, has some room, drags a tackler for Indiana out past the 35 to approximately the 36-yard line. So Daniel Izzy, on the return. Albright on the tackle for Indiana, but the Mustangs have not been able to stop the Indiana offense on their 2 possessions, tearing up a lot of clock on both of those possessions, completely on the ground, but for 1 pass. That 1 pass was a huge one, though, on 3rd and 9. It was Luke Thomas hitting the workhorse for Indiana, Justin Rabel, for that first down. So now the Mustangs need to try to get something on the board themselves. There's a pitch out, fake inside, and pitch to the outside. And who's the carry there, Rick? Can't see it across the way.
Oh, there's a flag on the play.
I think that was Ryan Fike on the carry. And late hit out of bounds. That might give the Mustangs a 15-yard penalty. Let's see what the call is.
Nice run to the short side of the field.
Fake inside to Shea DeSoe, and Connor looked like he might keep it for a second, but chose that third option to pitch it out to Ryan Fike, and he took it around the right side of a gain of about 7, but that's going to be 15 yards added on for the Mustangs, and that's going to take it into Indiana territory at the 44-yard line.
Indiana's been running the ball right between the tackles, Gary. They ran 21 plays, not including this drive. They ran 21 plays and just chewed up lots of clock with 1 pass, and the Mustangs before this had run 7 plays.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line. Connor again, same play, and it's going to be outside and not much room this time. Another penalty comes in, as this time it was, I think that was Fike again on the carry. A flag came in very late.
I think that was a Jerry Dupay is on the ball. Just told us it was a hold.
Holding on the Mustangs, and when you would think they had something going, they shoot themselves in the foot, and they're going to be pushed back 10. So that's going to make it 1st and 20.
That'll back the ball up 10 yards, back to Laurel Highlands territory.
Gary Rabel has been a man runner tonight. He has 54 yards, but he meets the Laurel Highlands defensive line at the line of scrimmage, just pushes him back 4, 5, 8 yards.
You're exactly right, and the offensive line for Indiana's pretty much controlled this game. It's 1st and 20. It's DeSoe up the middle, and he's only going to get about 3.
The midfield line.
To midfield, and it's going to be 2nd down and about 17.
Stopped by number 72, Austin Edwards.
Mustangs really have to move the ball and move the chains and start
down at about 17.
Taking some of that control back from Indiana.
2nd down and 17. Ball sitting right at midfield. We're down to 9:14 to go here in the second. And it's really been a fast-moving clock with both teams keeping the ball on the ground. Now Connor goes back, has a man over the middle, and he hits him, but it's going to be a short gain of about 4 yards. Just cutting in, squaring it in was Daniel Izzy. Squared it in at about the 46-yard line of Indiana, a gain of about 4. So that's going to bring up 3rd down and 13.
46-yard line.
I think Izzy thought, the plan was he did a little slant in and hoping to get some room to run, but that wasn't going to happen.
Another big play here for the Mustangs.
Big 3rd down. 3rd and 13.
Do not want to turn the ball back to Indiana again. Connor now with the screen pass inside. This is DeSoe, has some room, and he's going to be brought down on a nice open field tackle there by number 1, Theodore Turner at the 38-yard line. Pickup of about 9 on the play, make it 8 at the 39-yard line. It's going to be 4th down and 6.
I'm pretty sure that's DeSoe's first reception of the year. He's going for it. They're going.
Mustangs have to go for it, trailing 14-0 here in the second. Unable to stop the Indiana offense. They got to try to keep the ball themselves. Here's Basinger, going to keep it, and he's going to be brought down from behind. Tracked down from behind was Grant Halkerode. just came from the opposite side and brought down Connor Basinger as he was trying to go off left tackle. He had some room, but that backside tackle by Harkle stopped it at the 37-yard line, gain of only 1, and Indiana will take over again on downs. Clock stops on the change of possession at 7:48 to go here in the second. Look for Indiana to keep doing what they've been doing, taking it right up the middle with Justin Rabel. And here he is again, but the Mustangs do meet him at the line this time, but he just does not go down. He pushes ahead for 2.5, maybe 3 yards. The ball carrier just keeping those legs moving. He was actually hit in the backfield, did not go down, and pushes that defense back 3 yards. 2nd down and 7. Clock now moving.
Okay, before that last play,
That wasn't him. That was 15.
the Mustangs had 60 yards, but 45 of those were on 2 plays, so really only 15 yards otherwise.
There's a pitch now to Bourgeois, and he takes it around right end with 2 guards in front of him, and the running back who has come in, number 15, David McElravy, came in to spell Rabel, and he led the play, but a gain of about 5 on the play brings up 3rd down and 3.
The run before that was number 15, not 14.
Yeah, McElravy had the last run. It wasn't Rabel, so we'll have to give him that first 3-yard carry. 3rd down, and now we have a penalty flag. I think that's motion. First unforced error, second unforced error by Indiana. That'll push it back 5 yards, so a less manageable 3rd down now, making 3rd down and 8.
Maximum 5 yards.
Pushes it back to about the 39-yard line. Mustangs need a stop here. Try to get the ball back and possibly put some points up before halftime. Mustangs need to have an answer. Look for Indiana to put the ball in the air here. They did it on their last 3rd and long. Had a man wide open in the flat, up under center, and straight back goes Thomas. And a pass out into the flat is wide of his receiver that time.
Thomas's pass
looked like a little miscommunication there.
Pressure provided by the Mustang defensive line made him throw that a little quicker than he wanted, Rick.
And off the back foot, which is never a good combination.
So the Mustangs do get off the field for the first time defensively. Brings up a 4th down and 8. The ball at the 39-yard line of Indiana.
They can end up with some decent field position depending on this return.
Mustangs load up the front line to possibly go for the block, and they don't get it.
Oh, they do get it.
They tipped it. They did tip it, but it does go forward and rolls into Laurel Highlands territory all the way down to about the 40-yard line.
It still ended up being a 20-yard punt and ended up on the other side, on the Mustang side.
The Mustangs did tip it, but did not get a clean block, so the Mustangs will have decent field position. With 6:16 to go, they'll take over at their own 40-yard line.
The punter didn't help himself, Gary. He kind of double clutched it, double pumped, and then by then the Mustangs had everybody on the line, and by then it did get tipped, but the punter's got to just let it go.
That could have been a huge momentum swinger for the Mustangs if they were able to block that cleanly, but they do have the ball now, 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line. Plenty of time, 6:16 to go here in the first. It's going to be Basinger. He pitches it out to the running play now. That was Slater coming from the right wide receiver position. The 3rd option on the play gets the pitch out, and he's going to pick up 5 around the left side, upended there by a defender for Indiana. That looked like Roderick Jones.
Gary, both of these coaches have mixed up plays a lot, put a lot of different personnel on the field. A lot of people touch the ball, and it's really fun to watch both of these teams.
3 receivers to the right now. And this is Connor. He's going to keep it himself and gets it out past the 50. He's very close to the first down. It's going to depend on the spot.
Stopped by number 24, Chase Cunningham.
So Connor Basinger does pick up 5, and the chain moves. First and 10 for the Mustangs.
That was a pretty good fake pitch to Slater, which the cornerback bid on, went out towards Slater and left a little channel there for Connor to get the first down.
5:23 to go on a running clock. Mustangs with a double wing formation, 2 wide receivers. Fike in motion. Basinger pitches it to Fike. He's going to have to beat one man, and he meets a defender right at the line of scrimmage. I believe that's probably going to be another hold on the Mustangs. Came from that position out there where the wide receiver tries to seal block, and that's what the call is, holding on the Mustangs, and that just is not what you want to see at this point with the Mustangs trying to mount a drive late here in the second quarter.
Well, was that Fike, Gary? I don't know.
Fike was on the carry,
yeah,
but
Fike got met at the line of scrimmage by Ted Turner, Theodore Turner, and just stopped him dead. Ryan went backwards. He got forward motion to the line of scrimmage, but now they're 10 yards deeper.
First and 20. Ball back at the 40-yard line, basically where the Mustangs started this drive. Connor going back. Tries to go over the middle. It's overthrown. Intended for Fike on the crossing route. He had Christopher deep, and that kind of came in between Fike and Christopher, with neither one of them having an opportunity to pull that down.
Well, there was 3 guys around him. Looks like number 5, Thomas, Bajwa, Dixon, and number 24, Cunningham. So if that ball had been tipped, it probably would have been intercepted.
Did throw into coverage there and overthrew his intended receiver and underthrew the deeper receiver. So Mustangs now facing second down and 20. From the pistol, Connor 3 steps back, has a man open deep this time and does make the catch inside Indiana territory at the 36-yard line.
That was
Basinger to Tyler Christopher.
36-yard line into Indiana territory, and it's a first and 10.
24-yard pickup. Just lofted that one over the defender. Nice touch pass there by Connor Basinger down the left hash mark. Christopher did a bit of a stop and go.
The Mustangs have to keep moving the ball. They have 3 big splash plays for their offense for the first half, but they need to keep moving the chains.
That was a nice pickup there on first and 20. And here's Connor wrong left side, and short gain of about 3 on that one, maybe 2, down to the 34-yard line. Second and 8.
Stop by number 5, Mikhail Bajwa.
Bajwa on the tackle for Indiana.
2 on the play.
Clock still running now. We're at 4:05 to go here in the second. Mustangs in Indiana territory. Send Izzy out to the right, Christopher to the near side. Pistol formation, Basinger, he'll pitch it out, and there's defenders all over the place out there for Indiana. No one blocking that time for the ball carrier on the pitch out to Ryan Fike. He's going to probably lose a half a yard, maybe a full yard, and that's going to bring up third down and 9.
Well, 2 problems. Not only was there really nobody out there to block for Slater, but Connor didn't really sell that he was going to turn up the field, and when he pitched that out there, Slater really didn't have a chance because he didn't. There was just too many white shirts out there. Connor's got to sell that better.
Over the middle, almost intercepted. Wow, big hit down at about the 23-yard line by the defender. That's number 1, Theodore Turner. And he hit the intended receiver, Fike, and Fike is still down. Big collision there, right down the middle of the field. Connor trying to hit Fike on the skinny post.
Fike doesn't want to leave the field. The referee's telling him he has to. And they'll check him out.
Pass intended for number 12, Ryan Fike.
So that's going to bring up fourth down and 9.
He's kind of squeezing his hands.
Ball at the 35-yard line.
That was a big hit. That was unintended helmet to helmet. Both guys were going for the ball. It was thrown a little high.
Good timing there, though, by the defender, Turner. Clearly was not interference. And now Connor draws him off. So it's going to make it a little more manageable here on fourth down. Does that hard count better than anyone I've seen, Rick, and that's the second one here this evening that he's been able to draw Indiana off. Takes it down to the 30-yard line and makes it fourth down and 4.
Connor's done it in virtually every game. He did it a couple times last week to TJ, that hard count.
So the Mustangs now facing a fourth down and 4. Connor with the pitch out now, trying to get the first down again. That was Slater, and he's going to come up short once again. Picks up 3, needed 4, and Indiana's going to take over.
7-yard line. Not enough for the first down. Indiana takes over on downs.
I think Indiana has now figured out that third option, and they're keeping it to a minimal gain. Slater unable to make that last tackler miss when he needed that 1 more yard for the first down. Gives it back to Indiana with 3:06 to go here in the third. Ball at the 28-yard line, and Indiana on top, 14-0. Might see Indiana go to the air here now, late in the second. There's an inside double reverse, and this is going to be Wajda. I believe that was Bajwa, was it? Yeah, it was Bajwa.
Mikhail Bajwa.
He picks up
35.
So about
7 on the play.
2nd and 4.
Gets the clock running.
That puts Bajwa 14 carries for 73 yards.
Little double reverse action that time, Rick. Handed to the left side and back to the right side.
You don't see that too much. Not in high school.
Here's the fake pitch. Man open over the middle. Bajwa again. He's hit at about the 47-yard line, but he's going to pick up the first down.
Thomas's pass is complete.
Hit there by Fike, but he gets it all the way out to the 48-yard line.
48-yard line.
First down, Indiana. Clock stops temporarily for the first down, and now wind it with 2:15 to go. Indiana with all 3 of their timeouts left here in the first half. Takes it down to 2 minutes and 5 seconds at the snap, and there's a tackle 15. At the 40-yard line. Take it at the 50-yard line. Let's see who carried
15.
that one.
15.
That's number 15. David McElravy picks up 2. And it looks like Indiana's
that was number 15, David.
Going to save those timeouts.
To the midfield line, 2nd and 8.
Down to 1:35 to go here in the second. Double receivers to the near side. It's going to be a student body to the right.
Turns it up between the tackles again.
Mikhail Bajwa.
Bajwa on the carry.
Territory to the 46.
He picks up 3.5, give him 4.
3rd down and about 5.
3rd down and 4. That was Bajwa on the carry for 4 yards.
That's 47 yards for Bajwa.
Clicking down to 1 minute. This is up the middle and breaking tackles all the way inside the 35 to the 31. That's McElravy, and he does the same thing that Rabel was doing earlier. Big first down pickup. That's a 5, 10, 13-yard pickup, that time by McElravy. The clock's still running, and I'm not quite sure why Indiana's not taking timeouts here, Rick.
Now they are.
They just did, so they must have heard me. With 44 seconds to go, they take their first timeout. Ball sits at the 32-yard line. We'll be back after this timeout on the South Union Township Sports Network. It's Indiana 14, Laurel Highlands nothing on the South Union Township Sports Network.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
Here we go after the timeout. 44 seconds to go. Indiana sticking with that double wing formation. Here's a fake over the middle. Nice pass and dropped. Wow. Right in the hands of Bajwa, but unable to pull that one in. Basinger.
He heard Connor coming.
And also, let's see who else was back there for the Mustangs.
You know, that's
might have been Dunlap too, Maurice Dunlap.
That's the second time they've run that fake pitch, and the Mustangs sort of bid on it, and a receiver was wide open over the middle.
Down to 39 seconds to go. That play only took 5 seconds, and now what do we have? They're going to reset the play clock. Here's a pitch back now, and taking the ball along the left side and getting good yardage is Turner inside the 25 to the 20-yard line. Turner with 32 seconds to go gets it first down for Indiana. They take their second timeout with 32 seconds to go. Threatening again at the Mustang 20-yard line. We'll keep it right here.
This has been a fast game.
It's really only been, 5 possessions total? Mustangs unable to do anything with their possessions. And Indiana scoring on 2 of their 3 possessions, this being their 4th possession. Ball down to the 20-yard line. They got plenty of time, 32 seconds to go. And 1 timeout remaining. They've shown the ability to put the ball in the air, so they might be able to do that and preserve some time also. Luke Thomas, pretty adept with that ball handling and passing so far.
He has, Thomas has 723 yards passing coming into this game, and he's also the leading rusher, which we haven't seen that tonight.
Straight back goes Thomas, and he's under pressure. The Mustangs are going to have him. That's going to should be grounding.
No, between the tackles.
It should be grounding. Let's see if we get a penalty. There's nobody out there.
There's no receiver in the area.
They're not going to call it. Wow.
15 was in the area.
I'm sure that when Gary gives you a replay.
15 was the closest, but he wasn't close enough, in my opinion, to be. And plus, he was in the grass back there. Clearly an attempt to get rid of the ball. Clock stops now with 27 seconds to go. Good pressure there by the Mustangs.
Well, you have to give Thomas credit for trying to get away, throw it away. He got away with one.
2nd and 10. Back goes Thomas. Now he's going to run, and he's going to be tracked down from the backside. Good tackle that time. And a flag comes in. What's that? Maybe be a face mask. Let's see.
Thomas on the quarterback keeper.
Joey Connolly on the tackle for the Mustangs, but let's see what the call is.
Face mask.
Face mask against the Mustangs. Wow. Not what the Mustangs needed. A nice defensive play by Connolly. Caught him in the backfield. Was going to be for a loss.
Face mask was not necessary, really. He had him.
Personal foul. Face mask on the Mustangs. Wow.
Personal foul against.
That's going to be
face mask
all the way down to about the 10-yard line, half the distance to the goal.
Indiana's
that'll take the ball down to
trying to get another touchdown in under the half.
21 seconds to go. Ball sitting at the 11-yard line.
He keeps it himself.
No, this is Turner trying to get around the outside, and he's going to be stopped at about the 10-yard line. So good play there by the Mustangs. Shea Deso along with number 66, Joey Conley. They call their last time out with 9 seconds to go.
Indiana.
So unless there's an incomplete pass, you might think that this could be the last play of the half. Mustangs desperately trying to keep Indiana out of the end zone here. Both teams huddling with their coaching staffs. You'd have to believe Indiana's going to put it in the air here, Rick.
Yeah, you would think to stop the clock if it's not complete. We have to also look. Ryan Fike is not on the field anywhere. They probably took him in for testing, and so Shine Thomas is out he's the right corner. That's a big loss for offense and defense for the Mustangs.
So they send receiver completely out to the right side, one-on-one coverage out here on the numbers, and now what do we got? The Mustangs are going to call timeout. So they waited for Indiana to come out in their formation, and the Mustangs called a timeout. As we're getting some warnings here now from the weather coming in from the west. Looks like a cell could be coming in and hitting us here within the next half hour or so.
Looks like it's kind of going over us, but I don't see anybody. Doesn't look like it's hitting the ground. I don't see anybody with coats.
8 minutes. Our crack weather staff says that it's going to start in about 58 minutes. So with 9 seconds to go here in the first half, here comes Indiana back out onto the field. Once again, they're going to send one receiver way wide right.
He's almost with the band.
I think that's Cunningham. Back goes Thomas. Over the middle, and that's broken up nicely there. Let's see who was on the defense out there. Intended for Turner.
Thomas was behind, and
looked like number 29. Yeah, Chanel Thomas with a nice defensive play, but that leaves 5 seconds remaining.
The linebacker was underneath. Thomas threw it very quick, and the receiver wasn't even looking for it. Well, you'll see that on the replay.
So Mustangs are going to take another timeout. 5 seconds to go here in the first half. We'll take a short timeout with the Mustangs trailing 14-0, Indiana threatening. We'll be right back on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Turn to the experts. Fayette Furnace Company Incorporated, serving the Tri-County area since 1920, the area's oldest and most reliable heating and cooling contractor, specializing in Carrier equipment. Employee-owned and operated, choosing Fayette Furnace Company and Carrier not only gives you over 200 years of experience, but gives you the experts to help you solve your home's comfort needs. And call Fayette Furnace Company and Carrier to solve your home comfort needs today. Call 724-438-5400 or look up Fayette Furnace Company on the web at FayetteFurnaceCompany.com. Turn to the experts, almost 100 years of serving the Tri-County area. For more information, call Mike at 724-438-5400. That's 724-438-5400 for Fayette Furnace Company.
Second and goal now from the 10-yard line.
Here we go, second and goal. 5 seconds to go here in the first half. Thomas up under center. Slant pass over the middle. Caught. Does he get in? He does. Wow. Touchdown late here for Indiana. That's number 6, I think. Ryan Dixon on the short post slant pattern in front of the defender for the Mustangs. Gets right over the goal line as time expires here in the first half. On for the extra point. Luke Shioka trying to extend the lead to 21-0.
Number 87.
Last play of the half, touchdown Indiana. Low snap this time, but he does get it off, but it's wide left.
And the extra point attempt.
So the extra point attempt is no good on a bad snap. Score remains 20-0. That ends the first half of action here at Mustang Field.
Laurel Highlands nothing.
Laurel Highlands trailing 20-0. We'll be right back with halftime activities. You're watching the South Union Township Sports Network.
Colon cancer is the second leading cause of cancer deaths. Signs include abdominal pain and rectal bleeding. Colon cancer develops from a degenerating benign growth or polyp. Doctors performing colonoscopy are able to remove precancerous polyps, thus preventing colon cancer. This saves lives, and the American Cancer Society now recommends that everyone have a colonoscopy every 10 years, beginning at age 50. Offer the latest diagnostic testing. SWGI, specialists in digestive health. Southwestern Endoscopy Center is a state-licensed and Medicare-certified facility and emphasizes privacy, comfort, caring, and safety for colonoscopies and upper GI endoscopies. Painless procedures are done with twilight sedation given by a board-certified anesthesiologist. The center accepts most insurance plans and is staffed by Doctors Ruthhart, Calabrese, Stokes, SWGI, specialists in digestive health.
Davis and Davis, helping the injured.
If you're injured in an accident, after you address the medical problems, you're going to be faced with numerous questions concerning who's going to pay your medical bills, your property damage, the wages that you might be losing if you can't go to work. These are things that you need counsel for.
That your income is protected, that your bills are paid, that your family's taken care of. We've been doing this since 1976. We've helped injured people. We can help you.
Davis and Davis, attorneys at law.
Welcome back. It's halftime at Mustang Field on the South Union Township Sports Network. Indiana on top, 20-0, scoring on 3 of their 4 possessions and really controlling the time of possession to the detriment of the Mustangs. The Mustangs unable to convert on 4th down on 2 occasions in Indiana territory, so they are unable to push anything across the goal line. 3 scores for Indiana, a 7-yard run by McQuell Bajwa at the 6:09 mark. Kick was good by Luke Shioka, made it 7-0. Into the second quarter at the 10:23 mark, it was Justin Rabel from 12 yards out. An 81-yard drive. Kick again was good, and it was 14-0. The final score came on the last play of the first half, a 2nd and goal with 5 seconds to go. It was Thomas going back and hitting Ryan Dixon on the 5-yard slant pattern into the end zone for the touchdown. Bad snap, and the kick was no good, so it is 20-0 at halftime. And Rick, I'm sure the statistics do match the score in this one.
Yeah, well, the Mustangs had a couple big plays, big splash plays, but just couldn't move the ball the rest of the time. For Laurel Highlands, Connor Basinger was 3 for 6 for 35 yards. On the ground, Connor had 38 running. Deso had 26, Fike had 9, and Slater had 5 for a total of 78 yards. Out of those 78 yards, half of those plays were 2 big running plays. So 35 in the air, 78 on the ground, 113 total yards for the Mustangs. Indiana, on the other hand, moved the ball, controlled the ball. They didn't have any big splash plays. They didn't have any runs of more than 10 yards. Luke Thomas was 3 for 5 for 30 yards in the first half in the air. On the ground, the leading gainer was Rabel with 73 yards, then Bajwa with 47. So altogether for the Indians, they had 30 yards in the air, 179 on the ground for a total of 209 yards. So, Gary, yes, the statistics do show exactly, and this was a fast clock. There were, with one, a couple pass plays in the game. I think 4 altogether, but
you're exactly right, and the time of possession is extremely in favor of Indiana. Mustangs is unable to stop them on 3rd down, but for one occasion, and Indiana picking up big gains on first down consistently, putting themselves ahead of the chains and able to pick up those first downs as they, as is commonly said, they matriculated the ball down the field on 3 of their possessions and come up with 3 touchdowns, 2 extra points, leave 20-0 here at halftime. The Mustangs will get the ball when we come back for the second half, and we'll see if the Mustangs can put together a comeback. You're watching the South Union Township Sports Network.
Smith, Lewis & Chess, Financial Services in Uniontown, would like to wish the Laurel Highlands football team and their coaches good luck this football season.
Welcome back. We're ready for second half action. Fantastic performances by both bands at halftime. Both Indiana and Laurel Highlands putting on outstanding shows. The Mustangs,
they were really good.
They were very good. And the Mustangs will be receiving the second half kick, and they really need to get something going here offensively. Trailing 20-0, the Mustangs have been unable to push it across the goal line, giving it up on downs on 2 occasions deep in Indiana territory.
They had more success on the first 2 drives than on their last possession. Gary, it doesn't help. Indiana had 37 plays in the first half. The Mustangs had just 21.
Here's a run up and a kick by Scirocco to Roller, and it's going to be trouble. Mustangs need to get on it, and they do. Just dive on it at the 21-yard line. Really no choice there by Ryan Fike. Effectively downing the ball at the 21-yard line, and
net 40-yard kickoff.
Turns out to be a great kick by
balls at the 22, where we'll begin
Scirocco.
He lasered it right down the right hash.
Was rolling the whole way, and Mustangs could not put a handle on it, could not take a chance on it bouncing out of their hands, so they take over make it the 22-yard line.
Gary, is that what they call football bounce?
Absolutely. Connor with Tissot behind him. Now changing the play at the line of scrimmage. Play clock down to 4. He's going to roll right, looking, has a man out here in the flat, just threw it too hard for the intended receiver there, Ryan Fike. Just tried to flood the zone out here in the right and get the ball to Fike in open field, but just a little too hard on that pass.
A little too hard, a little behind him.
Luckily, it was a forward pass.
Well, Gary, I don't know that would have gotten much of a gain anyway. The corner and the safety really didn't bite.
Had some good pursuit from the outside defense for Indiana.
Well, there was no receiver to take them down the field at all that I could see.
2nd and 10. Basinger now hands it off inside. This is Dussault, and he's going to rumble out close to the 40-yard line. So Jay Dussault, effective run all the way out to the, what are they going to spot it at the 44-yard line?
17-yard run for Dussault. But that's the thing with the Mustangs, Gary. They have a 17, they have a 20, and they have a 23-yard run, and that's half of their offense. I mean, that's about half of their offense.
Nothing to show for them. Turner was on the tackle there, but not before the 17-yard gain there by Dussault. Good read there by Connor. Back goes Basinger again. He has a man open, too deep, and double coverage there. Had to try to thread the needle there between number 4, Luke Thomas, the quarterback playing defense, as well as number
6, Ryan Dixon.
Dixon back there covering on Izzy.
That had to be an absolutely an exact laser pass to complete that. And Dixon and Thomas they could have easily tipped the ball. And
yeah, they had Izzy sandwiched. 2nd and 10. Now double receiver to this side, and it's going to be Dussault again up the middle, and he hits a wall at about the 44-yard line, pushed all the way back to the 33.
Harklewood hit him head on and just pushed him back.
But a nice 5-yard gain before the contact was made, so that's going to be a 3rd down and 5. Another big play here.
The Mustangs can get 5 or 6 yards of play like Indiana has. The clock moves and the sticks move.
The scoreboard says 2nd down, but it is 3rd down and 5. Basinger fakes it inside, passes it out, and there's a blocker out in front, and that's going to be a good block out there on the left side. And on the run that time, I believe that was Slater. It was.
Slater, and out on the block was Brian Fike.
And a flag on the play. We're going to have a holding probably.
No,
that's what
threw him out of bounds.
Oh, late call. Jared Dupay says it's a personal foul against Indiana, but I think that was Christopher out on the left side with that block that's just really sprung the play for Slater, and that's what it's going to be, a dead ball personal foul against Indiana. Late hit out of bounds, going to push the ball deep now into Indiana territory at the 28-yard line.
1st and 10, Laurel Highlands.
So the Mustangs need to take advantage of this first drive, try to swing the momentum. Connor with Dussault behind him. Ball, a little low snap. Now he's going to have to scramble left. Has a man deep, and it's going to be picked off. No, incomplete, out of bounds. Wow. Connor just could not get enough on that. He was rolling to his left and could not square his shoulders to get enough on that pass. Just threw it short, and he's lucky that that pass was out of bounds and not intercepted.
That pass was intended for Ryan Fike, so it's good to see him back in the game. But Connor couldn't really get set to throw that ball.
Low snap started the problems. Had to roll left. 2nd and 10.
Good to see Ryan back in the game.
Fake inside. Connor's going to take it himself, and he's got the ball inside the 20-yard line, close to the 18. Should be enough for the first down. That's going to be a nice 11-yard pickup by Connor Basinger. First time he has had daylight in a while. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. Ball at the 18-yard line. Now quickly to the line. Smartly go the Mustangs.
No huddle.
There's Basinger rolling right, pitches it out, and there's a block there on the outside that allows a small gain down to about the 12-yard line. Fike on the carry.
They're going no huddle. That block there, Gary, was by Izzy, Dan Izzy.
Close to being a block in the back, but I think in that 5-yard box, he already had contact, so it was not a block in the back. 2nd and 6. Quickly go the Mustangs. Hand off inside. Dive play that time by number 28 for the Mustangs. New ball carrier, Burchek. Picks up about 4. Makes it 3rd down and 2.
Gain of a yard.
9:16 on a running clock. First possession for the Mustangs. This Connor, he pitches it out, and then this is A good run now by Fike. He's going to have the first down and a potential horse collar over there, but no call there. I believe that was Fike. No, it was Slater on the carry.
6-yard pickup for Slater.
First down. That's going to be first and goal down at the 5, and the Indiana coaching staff calling for a hold. They do not get the call.
Mustangs.
First and goal for the Mustangs inside the 5-yard line.
Gary, that time Connor sold, he was going to turn the ball up, and so the linebacker in the corner came to him, and that made it a big opening for Slater on the outside.
Here's Connor around the right side, opening to the goal line. Does he get in? He does. Touchdown, Laurel Highlands on the opening drive of the second half. 9:02, Connor Basinger taking it in from 4 yards out. So the Mustangs take the opening drive of the second half and put points on the board. Who's on for the kick, Rick? We got to decide who's going to make this. Looks like Izzy.
We're not really sure from kick to kick.
So Izzy's going to try this extra point. High snap, gets it up. Does he get it through?
Looks good.
He does.
Point attempt is good by number 1, Daniel Izzy.
9:02 to go here in the third. Mustangs get on the board. It's now Indiana 20, Laurel Highlands 7. Right back here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Kicking off for Laurel Highlands will be number 1, Daniel Izzy.
Izzy will tee it up for the Mustangs.
Indiana is number 2, Devin Flint. And number 6, Ryan Dixon.
Mustang getting on the board on their first possession here in the second half. Let's see if they can carry over the momentum on to defense. Kick deep down to the 5-yard line. Line drive kick. Nobody really getting to the ball carrier until about the 30-yard line.
Ryan Dixon takes
Dixon
the ball
on
to
the carry.
32-yard line. First and 10, Indiana.
Welcome in the WMBS radio listeners, Brian Rozak, as the Mustangs score on their opening drive here in the second half on a 78-yard drive, culminated with a Connor Basinger 4-yard run. Kick by Izzy was good, so the Mustangs now go on defense, trailing 20-7 with 8:56 to go here in the third, Brian. There's the scrum carry again, Rick. It looks like just a pile of humanity, and they just do not get the ball carrier on the ground. A late flag, and that's probably going to be not good for the Mustangs, if I'm guessing.
It looked like Thomas on the carry.
Yeah. So Thomas will pick up 4.5, maybe 5 yards, and a flag in there late. Let's see what the call is.
Well, it was on the judge on the far side, Gary. There may have been something said by the Indiana coaching staff over there that his ears were burning.
I didn't see anybody giving anybody the business.
No, but this is while they were peeling players off, and so I'm sure that well, I'm not sure. It seems that
personal foul against the Mustangs.
Jerry will have a replay. Play this replay.
That's going to add 15 to that 5-yard carry and make it a 20-yard pickup on first down. And
they didn't specify what that was, did they, Gary?
Swap the field position immediately.
Did they specify what the personal foul was?
It just said personal foul. That puts the ball all the way into Mustang territory at the 48-yard line.
It's not the way the Mustangs want to start.
1st and 10 for Indiana. Here comes a pitch out to the left. Mustangs trying to pursue, and it's going to be out of bounds. Don't tackle him late. Don't tackle him late.
He kind of peeled off of him.
That was number 1, Turner on the carry.
Out of bounds by number 65.
Knocked out of bounds by Huey, but not before another 7-yard pickup on first down, Rick.
To the 41-yard line.
Down to the 41-yard line, 2nd and 3. Yes, Turner on the carry, and
Izzy on the tackle. These were 2 good blocks to get Turner out to the edge.
Mustangs just could not shed those blockers. They had people in the area, but just could not shed the blockers to bring him down before the 7-yard carry. Here's a carry up the middle, pass over the middle and behind a little bit. Baja, good fake that time by Thomas. Faked the pitch out here to the left side and had Baja on that short post open right at the 30-yard line, but it was behind him slightly and he could pull it in. So 3rd down and 3, and Indiana very confident in their rushing game. Takes a shot on 2nd down.
Well, and they have some utility running backs that can run and catch the ball.
And there he goes, right up the middle. And once again, he'll be close to a 1st down. Let's see who that one was.
Bajwa signals 1st down.
That's number 15.
That was number 15, David McElravy.
McElravy with the carry, and he's going to pick up. Needed 3, got 3. 1st down.
Yeah, they have 2 running backs, Rabel and Bajwa, who both have caught passes tonight. So they have a lot of tools in their Swiss Army knife.
That's hard to believe. This is a two-win team. Look out in front there is Thomas with the blocks.
There's a flag.
Number 5.
I think that's probably going to be a hold on Indiana.
Holding against
Thomas just pitches that back, that time to Bajwa, and he just leads the way with the blocking. He's not a small kid. Thomas, 6'2", 185, and gets ahead of steam, and he can supply some room for those running backs. Even though he's been the leading ground gainer throughout the year, this has been a totally different attack for Indiana.
Ball's being placed at the 48-yard line.
Pushes the ball back to the 48-yard line, 1st and 20. Mustangs need to force the action here on defense. Back goes Thomas, looking, has a man open down the sideline, diving catch, great grab out there by Turner over the defender. I think that was Fike. Turner with the 20-yard reception,
49-yard line.
maybe just a yard short of the 1st down, so give him 19 on the catch, but just over the outstretched hand of the Mustang defender. Nice catch there by Turner. And Thomas put it the only spot that could be caught. 2nd and 1.
Fike wasn't playing bad defense either.
Right up the middle, McElravy, and he'll have the 1st down. Short game, but he only needed 1, and he picked up about 2. Another penalty in there. Let's see what this one is.
Things are getting a little sloppy.
And the Mustangs may be showing a little frustration here. Let's see what the call is this time. Another dead ball. Personal foul. On the Mustangs again. Wow. Not what the Mustangs need on the first possession by Indiana in the second half after the Mustangs pushed it across for a touchdown. Now just giving away yardage on personal foul penalties.
30 yards in 2 plays, Gary.
Pushes it all the way down inside the 15 to about the 13-yard line. And Indiana's really shown the ability to take advantage of these field position advantages. Once again, threatening with 7:40 to go here in the 3rd.
Gary, they moved the ball, I think, somewhere around 50 yards, and 30 of those yards have been penalties.
Little confusion now with the officiating crew. Got it all worked out. Wind the clock. 7:40 to go. Thomas under center. Look for them to go into the end zone here, but they go for the sweep again around the left side. Mustangs there and a little bit of force. That's,
I think it was Slater on the takedown.
Turner on the carry. He picks up approximately 4 yards on that carry, down to the 10-yard line. 2nd and 6. So another time-consuming drive for Indiana, trying to add on to a 20-7 lead.
They're in no hurry.
This is a pitch back to Wajda. He just follows his blockers all the way down near the goal line. He's in.
He fumbled the ball.
10-yard touchdown run.
He fumbled the ball.
But there was a fumble. Now what are we going to call? They're calling a touchdown.
Yeah, 50 recovered it.
Crack.
So it was a fumble by Wajda, but to no avail because McCracken for Indiana recovered it. So now they lead 26-0. 26-7 with 6:55 to go here in the third. Shioka on for the extra point. They're short a guy. They're trying to call somebody in from the sideline.
That's Bosworth's second touchdown of the game. Oh, there's a flag.
No, it was a delay.
It's not at the clock.
Or an illegal substitution, I think.
Yeah, that would be it.
That's what that is. He came in late, so that's going to be a 5-yard, and it's going to be an extra long extra point now.
Somebody's going to have to run stadium steps on Monday, Gary.
That's for sure.
Maybe tonight.
I don't think this is going to be much of a different kick, though, for Shioka. He's shown a very strong leg. Extra point on the way, and it is good.
6:55.
6:55 to go here in the third. 27-7. Indiana on top. Back with the kick here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
Well, we're back, and the Mustangs scoring on their first possession of the second half and unable to stop Indiana on their first possession.
New kicker.
Granting 30 yards in personal foul penalties.
New kicker.
New kicker.
Really, Indiana didn't need much help.
Looks like number 77, Luke Loblo.
And he's going to kick another roller and picked up at about the 20-yard line. Maybe now diving on it again. Wow. Mustangs just cannot grab that ball and get any kind of a field position. They're back again at the 20-yard line. Fike just could not get the handle on it. And we'll start exactly where they started the last drive at the 21-yard line.
Now, Gary, we've seen defensive backs and quarterbacks be kickers. And in Laurel Highlands' case,
got a Laurel down.
A Laurel player down on the field.
Trying to pick up that number, but there's an injured Mustang out there at about the 29-yard line. With that injury, we're going to step aside for an injury timeout here in the South Union Township Sports Network. We'll be right back. 6:52 to go here in the third. 27-7, Indiana over the Mustangs.
Turn to the experts. Fayette Furnace Company Incorporated, serving the Tri-County area since 1920. The area's oldest and most reliable heating and cooling contractor, specializing in carrier equipment. Employee owned and operated, Choosing Fayette Furnace Company and Carrier not only gives you over 200 years of experience, but gives you the experts to help you solve your home's comfort needs. Call Fayette Furnace Company and Carrier to solve your home comfort needs today. Call 724-438-5400 or look up Fayette Furnace Company on the web at FayetteFurnaceCompany.com. Turn to the experts, almost 100 years of serving the Tri-County area. For more information, call Mike at 724-438-5400. That's 724-438-5400 for Fayette Furnace Company.
Welcome back to Mustang Field. Still working on the injured Mustang. That's Daniel Izzy. He's up in a sitting position, so hopefully that's a good sign. Daniel's been a very outstanding player all year for the Mustangs. The Mustangs really have had some trouble with injuries throughout the season, mainly on the offensive and defensive lines, not able to sustain any kind of continuity. And there's Izzy coming off on his own power, so that's a really good sign.
Mustang is number 1, Daniel Izzy.
Well, the good, we dodged a bullet earlier. Ryan Fike is back in the game, so
not quite sure what happened there to Dan, but looks like he's going to be okay, and the Mustangs will take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Gary, before the break, I was saying that we've seen some specialty kickers. That's their specialty, and we've seen some, in Izzy's case, defensive back and wide receivers. But that kickoff was by an offensive lineman, number 77. We don't see that too much.
Over the middle and hit right in time. Pass intended for Slater. Defense there provided by, looked like number 24, Cunningham. Good hit as the ball was arriving. Would have been a first down, but nice play defensively there as Slater could not hold on.
Well, and Connor really couldn't put anything on it. It hit him right in the numbers, but Connor was backpedaling. He was being chased down, so he didn't really have a chance to set his feet. That's kind of been the story this year for the Mustangs.
2nd and 10. Pitch out now with blockers in front of him. Down the left-hand side, that's Slater showing some speed, and did he get out of bounds short of the first down? Looks like they're going to have him out of bounds at about the 28-yard line. So short of the first down is going to bring up 3rd down and 4. 6-yard pickup there on the pitch out to Slater.
The block out there by Tyler Christopher, there's no stats for those kind of seal blocks, but that's why Slate got the 8.
Now we got a penalty thrown in here, and it's going to be against the Mustangs again, I believe.
Motion.
Legal motion.
Laurel Highlands.
And not what the Mustangs needed. From a manageable 3rd down now to a 3rd and 8 instead of 3rd and 5. I'm sorry, 3rd and 3 is now 3rd and 8. Basinger will bring him up in the pistol formation. Spurcheck behind him. Low snap, pressure coming, and he's going to be sacked. Wow. All the way back at the 13-yard line. Nowhere for Connor to go. Coming in there for Indiana, number 73, that was Liam McDaniel.
Well, they brought the blitz, and the linebackers
to the 14-yard line
just came in untouched.
Rabel was also in there, 4th down. Backwards went the Mustangs on their 2nd possession.
Started at the 22, and they're kicking from the 14. Started at the 21, and they're kicking from the 14.
And it's Connor in punt formation.
Indiana should end up with pretty good field position, Gary.
Whoa, high snap. Connor gets it away, and he's bumped into it. There's a flag. And then a fumble also. Can the Mustangs pick it up? It's still on the turf. And they do fall on it. Indiana falls on it all the way back at the 33-yard line. Grant Harkle Road fell on it, but there's a flag back here as someone ran into Connor Basinger after the kick. It's a personal foul, roughing the kicker. They're going to give Mustangs a first down.
Roughing the kicker.
So that's going to move the ball from the Laurel Highlands 15-yard line out to the 30 and give them a first down.
What defense? No, they moved from the down on the 30-yard line. They're minus 30.
5:50 to go here in the third. All kind of confusion as the Mustangs were punting from their 15-yard line after giving up a touchdown 27-7. Indiana coaching staff going a little bit berserk up here in the press box. We're having trouble hearing it ourselves. We had a roughing the punter call against Indiana when the Mustangs were punting from their own 14-yard line. So it'll come out to the 30 and give them a first down.
First and 10, Laurel.
After what appeared to be a 3-and-out for the Mustangs.
Well, that was exciting on the receiving end because the receiver fumbled the ball and it squirted another 15 yards back, but it didn't matter.
Up the middle now and fake, and this is Connor. He's going to try to keep it, and he is corralled for no gain. Wow. Good defense there, provided by number 42, Justin Rabel, as Connor tried to go around left side, and he'll have no gain on that play.
Second down.
Bringing you up to date for our WMBS listeners, the Mustangs did score on their first possession of the second half, but on the first possession by Indiana, the Mustangs gave them the ball 3 times, and there's an interception. Connor overthrew his receiver, intercepted by Indiana down the left sideline to the 10. That's number 6, Ryan Dixon, takes it all the way to the 5-yard line. Another break for the Mustangs. Thrown away, interception. Indiana, first and goal at the 5. Wow.
Really, Gary, Connor's been lucky that he hasn't been picked off. There's been a couple of high passes that could have been intercepted, and that one was right on the 6, right in that circle on the 6.
So Dixon takes it all the way down to the 5-yard line, first and goal inside the 5, closer to the 4-yard line. Indiana looking to try to add on to a 27-7 lead here still in the third quarter, 5:21 to go. Handoff inside McElravy, and he's going to take it in for the touchdown from the 4-yard line. Right off right guard, number 15, David McElravy takes it in for the touchdown. His first touchdown of the afternoon.
McElravy
makes it now 33-7. Extra point to come. What a change of events.
McElravy came in late in the second quarter, and already he has 35 yards on 7 carries and a touchdown now. They've done a good job of mixing up the runners, splashing everybody in.
Low snap again, but the kick is up, and it is good. So Thomas able to get the hold down. Sioka kicks it through. It's now 34-7, 5:17 to go here in the third as the rain begins here at Mustang Stadium. We'll be right back on WMBS and the South Union Township Sports Network.
8489. That is ZHF. Back now for Laurel Highlands.
Back here on the South Union Township Sports Network, about to be joined once again by WMBS, teeing it up for Indiana.
There's a tough scene there below us, Gary. Dan Izzy being taken out back to the locker room on a cart. Hate to see that no matter which team it is.
Luca Laballo now doing the kicking for Indiana. There's a low rolling kick, and now able to pick it up this time is Fike, and he's going to actually get it out to the 30-yard line, and there's some extracurricular activity after the play. Tackle there by number 8, Roderick Jones for Indiana, along with number Look like number 80, Lance Albright. The Mustangs will take over. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line with 5:12 to go. What was a really quick first half has turned into a very slow second half here, third quarter, Rick, with some strange activities happening.
There's been more balls in the air, too.
Connor goes back, looking, has a man deep and open. It's going to be picked off again. Number 1, Ted Turner just went high in front of Christopher down the left sideline. Christopher was open for a minute, but reacting to the ball was the safety, Ted Turner. He picks it off at the 46-yard line for Indiana, and one play and out for Laurel Highlands with 5:07 to go. Indiana will take over again on offense.
Well, Gary, the 2 parts of that. Number 1, Connor didn't really have time to get rid of the ball. He let it go late. Christopher was open, but by the time he waited that extra half second, Turner closed on him, and Connor got crushed after he let go of the pass. He's going to feel it tomorrow.
So Thomas will bring him up now and look for them to.
There was 2 people in there. I think it was motion on that.
Illegal motion there by Indiana. So looked like Thomas was going to fake the pitch and try to go deep again, but it was a false start by Indiana. Will push him back 5 yards.
Indiana runs an unusual formation. It's unconventional. The two wings are facing 45 degrees into the line, and the Mustangs really haven't. I've never really seen anything like that.
Run up the middle now, McElravy, and he's just going to push, and gets about 7 yards. So McElravy, as you said, came in late in the second quarter. Now he is getting the bulk of the carries. Pickup of about 6 on that play, brings up 2nd down and 9. Ball at the 47-yard line.
Rabel carried the ball most of the first half.
Almost exclusively.
And ended up with 73 yards. We really haven't seen him.
He's been playing pretty strong defense. Here we go again with McElravy, and they just can't get him on the ground. There, 3 or 4 Mustangs are holding on to him, but he just keeps pushing, legs moving, and they got to get his legs out from under him. Pickup of about 7 on that play, brings up 3rd and 4.
Now down to the 47-yard line.
The Mustangs, when talking to Brian today, had a very slim chance of making the playoffs. They won the last 2 games, and I think if Indiana beat Greensburg-Salem, I don't remember exactly what the other combination was, but that doesn't look likely tonight.
They got to take care of business themselves, which they have not been able to do defensively here this evening. Here comes a pitch out left. Here's Turner with blockers in front. He cuts it inside the 40, spins off tacklers. Now 3 or 4 Mustangs. The ball loose. Do the Mustangs get it?
Number 1.
The Connor.
Looks like they do.
Connor worked at peeling that ball away from Turner.
Let's see who has it. Nobody's pointed with an official shirt. Both teams are pointing in both directions, but nobody with an official.
How are those piles, Gary?
Now they're going to start the clock, so that means Indiana has the ball.
How are those pileups when you're on the bottom?
It's not fun. But I'm not sure how they determined who had the ball. They never pointed in either direction. The referee just said wind the clock. So that means that Indiana kept possession, and it's down to the 38-yard line. So that was a 12-yard pickup by Turner.
Good job on whoever picked that ball up.
It was definitely on the turf.
I'm sure.
1st and 10. McElravy sidesteps one tackler, gets into the secondary, makes linebackers miss. Safeties have to make the tackle 9 yards down the field again on 1st down to the 30-yard line, 2nd and 1.
Gary, this is just unsustainable. If 9 yards a run, and there were Mustangs there on the line, just couldn't get their arms around him. Even when you do, he carries people 5-6 yards.
2nd down. Clock now running with 2:38 to go here in the 3rd. Here's a pitch back now. This is Naja. He's going to have a first down inside Mustang territory, spinning off tacklers inside the 20 to the 15.
Number 5.
Another
15-yard pickup there by number 5, Mikhail Bajwa.
First and 10, Indiana.
First and 10, Indiana. Mustangs have really had no answer for the running attack for Indiana here this evening.
You have to give the offensive line a lot of credit, Gary. They've been running between the tackles. They have run a few plays outside in the pass plays, but I would say 80% of their runs are between the tackles.
Thomas now going to pitch it back to Bajwa again. Tries a cut back inside, just stumbles over his own feet before he gets down close to the 10 at the 11-yard line. Another pickup there of 6 on first down.
Hey, Gary, leading that run, Luke Thomas pitched the ball back, and then he had the lead block like a fullback.
He's been doing that all night.
He took a linebacker out there and allowed Bajwa to spring another, what? He got
7 yards.
7 yards.
He's not a small guy. Quarterback Luke Thomas, 6'2", 185. He's a lead blocker. Now he's going to take it himself. He's going to stumble all the way into the end zone for the Indiana touchdown from 11 yards out. The quarterback, Luke Thomas, adds on for Indiana. And that'll make it 40-7 with the extra point to come. 1:16 to go here in the third quarter.
Let's put Luke in. Yes, I want Luke in.
Luke Thomas from 11 yards out makes it even more difficult for the Mustangs. Sioka on for the extra point. He's been pretty strong all night. Good hold, good kick, and gets it through. 41-7, Indiana on top. 1:16 to go in the fourth. We'll step aside here on WMBS and the South Union Township Sports Network. Right back after these messages.
Smith, Lewis & Chess, financial services in Uniontown, would like to wish the Laurel Highlands football team and their coaches good luck this football season.
Here we go, back again at Mustang Field. Indiana adding on another touchdown, this time by Luke Thomas, 11-yard run. Kick by Sioka was good. 41-7, Indiana in control. Another new kicker on for...
No, this is the first kicker. This is 87.
That's Sioka. So he's going to roll it down the field again. The Mustangs get it and fall down on the 30, which I do not understand.
Well, that's 10 yards further than the last two.
I guess, but there was no one around him. He just caught it and fell down. Pick up that number, but I guess...
Ethan Pepke for Laurel Highlands.
That was 30.
At the 30-yard line, first and 10, Mustangs.
Mustangs will take over at the 30-yard line.
Last two drives were ended in interceptions. Mustangs are going to have to move the ball, though.
DeSoto back in there at fullback. Connor now using his offensive lineman to get around left side, and he is still on his feet. Looked like an Indiana runner that time, pushing ahead for about 8 yards. Connor Basinger, nice run on first down. Fakes it inside to DeSoto and just uses that motion around the left side. Now we have whistles. It looks like maybe an injury.
No, they thought it was a fumble. It wasn't.
Ball's on the turf, but no fumble called. It was second down and 2.
A little different than last week, Gary. Connor has 51 yards on 11 carries.
Pulled out of DeSoto. Connor trying to go around left end, and that was a botched play.
Connor Basinger.
He was not intending to give it to DeSoto, and he got
There's a flag.
Got dragged down for a 3-yard loss, but there is a flag on the play. Jared Dupay spotting that through the camera. Probably a face mask, I would think. It's in that vicinity, possibly a horse collar. Now they're going to wave it off. Wow.
Disregard the penalty flag.
So, nothing. Why throw it if there's nothing? I can never figure that out, Rick. Had to be something that happened that he threw that flag.
He pulled it down from the back, I think,
and,
the jersey.
And maybe they thought it was a face mask and turned out not to be a face mask. Who knows? But now it's, I believe, third down. There's a loft pass out here, picked off again.
That's his second pick of the night.
Same play, and this is going to be, again, number 6 down the left-hand side. Dixon, his second interception. Ball intended out there for...
Intercepted by number 6, Ryan Dixon.
Looked like intended for either Slater.
It looked like Ronnie Romesburg.
Romesburg going down the right side, and Connor just tried to loft it up there, and it was all the way down to the 45-yard line where Dixon just picked it off at the top of the play, took it down the left side, and now we have another flag, and it's going to be a personal foul, but I'm not sure against whom. No, it's a holding on the return.
Penalty against Indiana for holding.
Well, one thing, that ball was high again from Connor, and Romesburg really didn't play much defense there. He really had to knock it out of his hand.
That's going to merely push the interception back 10 yards and set Indiana up at their own 49-yard line. 15 seconds to go here in the third.
Ball's being
looked like it was from the spot of the 10 yards from the spot of the foul, maybe.
So Indiana will come back out on offense.
Dixon's having a pretty good night back there in the defensive at his cornerback spot. 2 interceptions in this quarter.
One taken down to the 4-yard line that led to the touchdown by Indiana. And now this is going to be Thomas himself off right side. Pulls it out of the belly of the fullback, and Thomas takes it around right side for a 4-yard gain on first down into Mustang territory at the 47-yard line. That's going to do it for the third quarter with Indiana in control, 41-7. We'll be back with fourth quarter action on WMBS and the South Union Township Sports Network.
Once again, a reminder to the Mustang fans, the Mustangs will be away on next Friday night. Final game of the year will be at Trinity down in Washington, PA.
Centers for Rehab Services, CRS, a part of UPMC and the Center for Sports Medicine, is a proud sponsor of the South Union Township Sports Network and its coverage of area youth sports. Make Centers for Rehab Services your choice for all of your physical and occupational therapy needs. CRS, located at 160 Wayland Smith Drive, provides physical therapy, occupational therapy, work injury programs, and hand therapy. Valuing patient satisfaction is one of their highest priorities. Centers for Rehab Services offers a patient-centered environment where each patient has an individualized treatment plan developed for their specific needs. They are experts in helping you recover from injuries, increase strength, and build endurance. CRS professionals have become highly skilled through a strong commitment to continuing education and advanced certifications to ensure the most cutting-edge and cost-effective treatment for their patients. Jim Burns, a lifetime Uniontown area resident, is a licensed physical therapist and facility director of the Uniontown location, as well as a field faculty instructor for Duquesne University and for the University of Pittsburgh School of Physical Therapy. He invites you to stop by his state-of-the-art location and discuss your rehabilitation needs. Center for Rehab Services is participating with most insurance plans, including all Highmark products, UPMC Health Plan, and Medicare. Available 5 days a week and offering extended hours for patient convenience. Patients are seen within 24 to 48 hours and walk-ins are always welcome. Patients may also be seen through direct access, which does not require a physician's prescription. CRS worked with physicians and other healthcare providers to help you find relief, live your life again, and get you back into the game. For more information, call CRS at 724-437-7500. Where you treat for physical therapy is always your choice, so ask for Centers for Rehab Services. It's your health, it's your choice.
Welcome back on the South Union Township Sports Network.
2nd and 6 for
And welcome in WMBS. 2nd and 6 for Indiana. Pitch back to Turner. And lead block by Thomas, as well as the offensive line for Indiana. Short gain on that play of about 3 as Turner tried to cut it back to the right side, and the Mustang defense was there in force.
44-yard line where he stopped there.
It's going to bring up 3rd down and 4 at the Mustang 44-yard line. Just underway here in the 4th quarter.
3rd down.
Gary, tonight's senior night, the last home game. It's a big game emotionally for the band and the cheerleaders, not just the football players, but a lot of parents here for senior night. This is the last hurrah at home.
Thomas brings him out again. He goes up under center with the 2 wings. He's going to hand it right up the middle of McElravy, and I believe he is close to the 1st down. He might be slightly short depending on the spot.
It looks like he's about a foot short.
So McElravy with a pickup of 2 brings up 4th down and 1. There will not be a punt here by Indiana. No chance of that.
Sam DiPolito.
They haven't punted yet.
4th and 1.
Oh, they did punt once, and it was tipped.
Yeah.
That's right.
They've gone for it on 4th down 3 times.
No stop by the Mustangs. McElravy, he's hit right at the line, and maybe the Mustangs did stop him this time. Let's see what the spot's going to be. They're running in from the near side. Looks like he's slightly short.
Well, it depends on
spot.
What
do we got?
What they use.
Referee's looking at it, and we might have to have a measurement. He can't decide.
I don't know that I've seen a measurement.
Here we go. We have a measurement. 41-7.
We're going to stop for a measurement.
10:30 to go here in the 4th.
Gary, in 12 years.
Ball's sitting right in the middle of the field.
And I've been doing this. I don't know that I've ever seen a measurement.
What are you going to call, Rick? Did he make it or didn't he?
Well, it depends which foot they spot it with.
You have the binoculars. Come on.
Look at the monitor.
Stretch that chain. Where's the Stair Tour index card? That's what we need.
No, it's hard to tell, Jerry. Jerry's saying he got it.
He didn't stretch it out yet.
Oh, no.
No, he did not get it.
He's short by 6 inches. Mustangs take over on downs. All you prognosticators did not get it right. Mustangs will take over. Good defensive stand there by the Mustangs.
It's a good omen.
Ball's at the 41-yard line of Laurel Highlands. Indiana will have to bring out the defense. 10:30 to go here in the 4th.
That was exciting.
Most excitement we've had for the Mustangs here in the 2nd half, other than that touchdown. They did come out in the first possession of the 2nd half and score a touchdown, which looked like a momentum changer at the time, making it 20-7. But since then, it's been all Indiana. As Connor, now in the pistol formation, will hand it off to Dussault. He's going to spin through a tackle at the 45 to the 46-yard line, close to the 47. Gain of 5 on the play. Clock running now with 2:13 to go here in the fourth. Connor getting the play from the sideline, relaying it to his fullback, Shea Dussault.
No huddle.
Pike in motion, fakes it. Now Connor's going to be dropped for a loss. Big penetration by 3 Indiana defenders. Looked like no resistance that time. Connor just turned around and there were 3 Indiana defenders in his face. He's going to lose 4.
Well, he had thoughts of pitching it to Slater, and it's a good thing that he didn't, because that wouldn't have been completed.
Now, same thing. He ran into his own player, and he's going to be sacked for a loss all the way back at the 30-yard line. Connor had no chance. As soon as he got the ball, there were 2 Indiana defenders right on top of him all the way back to the 30-yard line. Number 62 leading the way there for Indiana, Ty Oliver.
7-yard line.
Really, the Mustangs have not had any answer for that defensive line of Indiana.
Just really no chance there for Connor. They were on him as soon as he received the snap. Here's a snap back to Connor, now punting. Launches a knuckler back down to the 28-yard line. Fair catch called there by number 8, Roderick Jones. Or number 6, I'm sorry, Ryan Dixon. So the clock stops now with 8:53 to go here in the fourth quarter. Indiana will take over after a short possession there by the Mustangs. 3 and out.
Line will be 1st and 10 for Indiana.
After stopping Indiana on 4th down. Ball sitting now at the 28-yard line. You would think that Indiana would be content to keep the ball on the ground here now. Bring it up to the line with quarterback Luke Thomas under center. Mustangs have now 8 men in the box, and Turner will try to go around the left side, and he has room, cuts it back, bounces off a tackler, has a 13-yard gain before 3 or 4 Mustangs are able to finally bring him down. So Turner with a 13-yard pickup. Tackle out there by Huey, I believe.
For the 40-yard line.
And he was able to get out there because, again, I love these stats. These are like taking charges, Gary. Things that there's not a stat for, but it doesn't reflect on the box score, but it does in the yardage. Ryan Dixon set a great seal block that allowed Turner to get out there.
And the Mustangs really loading up the box inside. Had 6 men within the tackle box. And there's McElvary up the middle, and he's still going to get through that defense of the Mustang for a gain of about 4 this time.
They stacked 6 guys in there, and he still
gained 4 yards.
Couldn't stop him. And they've spread the ball around. They've sprinkled the carries between about 6 different running backs.
McElravy getting the bulk of the carries here in the second half.
Turner's had a number of them in the second half too. No, McElravy's had the most, but a number of people have touched the ball. We've been lucky tonight with the weather, Gary. Sprinkling a little bit, but not much.
Here comes run around the right side, trying to get outside, and there's going to be a holding call there on the run by number 8, and that's Roderick Jones trying to get around the outside. But the wide receiver for Indiana had a stranglehold on Connor Basinger.
Yeah, well, there's a reason why he didn't tackle him. Connor doesn't miss many tackles.
So that's going to push it back 10 yards from the point of the foul, which was the 47 or 48-yard line. So that's going to bring up a second down and about 11.
McElravy was, I'm sorry, good.
Ball back to the 39-yard line.
McElravy was 63 yards tonight.
39-yard line.
Rabel, who hasn't touched the ball in the second half, is 73 yards. Turner has 65 yards. And Bajwa has 82 yards.
And they've certainly added to those statistics, which they led at halftime, 209 yards to 130 yards. Thomas now. He's going to pitch it and lead the way. And getting it through the initial point of attack, it looks like number 8 again, Roderick Jones.
Number 8, Roderick Jones.
And he's going to gain about
number 12, Ryan Fife.
8 of those yards back, so it's going to be 3rd down and 2.
To the 48-yard line.
Down to the 48, out to the 48-yard line, I should say. Still in Indiana territory.
Still, Gary, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Clock running at 6:45 to go here in the 4th.
Well, the number of plays were lopsided, tilted in favor of Indiana. They ran 37 in the first half. Laurel Highlands ran 21, and it's been even more lopsided this half.
3rd and 2, Mustangs bring pressure, and right up the middle, McElravy is going to carry tacklers inside Mustang territory. 12-yard carry inside the 40-yard line to about right at the 40-yard line is where they're going to mark it. A 12-yard pickup for McElravy on 3rd and 2.
Well, leading the way on that, Gary, and pushing 2 or 3 guys out of the way at the same time was Liam McDaniel, 6'3", 285-pound guard. And it was pretty easy for McElravy to just ride the wake behind him.
Clock down now to 6 minutes to go. Thomas content. He'll pitch it out here to Turner, trying to cut it up inside. Mustangs pursue very well on this one and get him down for a short gain.
2 flags.
A lot of laundry on the field there. Looks like some more holding by Indiana. That's what the call's going to be. Now we have some more flags flying late.
Well,
whistles blowing, flags flying.
On the far side, Gary was as many great plays as he's made. Ryan Dixon, he held on the outside, and then it looked like somebody held in the middle of the field, and then maybe some extracurricular.
But I think they're only going to call one of those penalties.
Did you say there was a 3rd flag?
The late one I saw, the one that's sitting right there at the 35-yard line on this side of the field.
Well, if you're going to have 2 or 3 holds, you might as well have them on the same play.
What I'm afraid what happened was they're going to have offsetting penalties because maybe one of the Mustangs performed some extracurricular activity after the play was over on this side of the field, and that's going to nullify the hold, and we're going to just be back at 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line. Let's see what the call is. 2 fouls on the play, holding on the offense, penalties declined. Personal foul, that's on the offense. So I'm wrong. We're both on Indiana. That's going to push them back 15 yards.
Foul called against Indiana.
That flag on this near side was the personal foul. Had to be something after the play was over.
We were busy watching it on the far side, and I didn't see the personal foul.
Jerry will have it on the replay.
Absolutely. For those of you on the radio, it'll be on YouTube on the South Union Township Network channel. Yeah, 3 penalties. Might as well just get one out of it. Get all of them out on one play.
So that pushed it all the way back into Indiana territory at the 45-yard line. It's going to be 1st down and 25. That starts the clock, though, with 5:45 to go.
1st and 25 now for Indiana.
Took about 15 minutes to sort that out. No, there's a ball on the turf. The Mustangs could pick it up, but they do just fall on it back at the 30-yard line. Pitch back intended there for number 8. Roderick Jones was over his head, and let's see who picked it up. I believe it's number 20.
Riley Bosley.
Bosley fell on that fumble back at the 30-yard line inside Indiana territory. They're going to mark it at the 32. Would have been nice if he could have picked that up on the run and just taken it to the end zone, but kind of bobbled it on his first attempt to grab it.
Well, I think it
ended up just falling on it.
I think it bounced a little funny too, that football bounce, but good thing he fell on it.
So Connor now with a full house backfield. First time we've seen that, and that's going to be Deso up the middle. Short gain of about 3 yards, and substitution in for quarterback for the Mustangs. Number 13, Trent Livingston.
Trent
Livingston's going to get his opportunity.
Livingston, I'm sorry.
Quarterbacking now for Laurel Highlands, number 13, Trent Livingston.
Trent.
Fullback, and there's a pitch out now, trying to cut it up inside. Let's see who made that carry. That's number 24 for the Mustangs, Tro Mickens, getting a rare carry. He picks up about 2 yards on the play, gets it down to the 29-yard line, 3rd and 7. So some underclassmen getting some late action here for the Mustangs. Livingston, straight back, lofts it deep, has a man open, and he dropped it. Wow. Out there, available and open for the big play was Jeremy Kelly. Just could not pull it in. The freshman.
That was a great pass. Nice touch pass by Livingston.
And that would have been good for a Mustang touchdown had he been able to pull that in, as he was well behind all of the defenders for Indiana. Stops the clock with 4:35 to go, 4th down and 7.
Indiana also playing their underclassmen.
Mustangs trying to take advantage of that fumble. Haven't been able to so far. Here's a pass out in the flat, and he's going to go out of bounds short of the first down. That was 4th down. Kelly with the catch, but he only gained about 8 on the play as the Indiana defender just pushed him out of bounds at about the 25-yard line.
I think that's the way the play was designed to go. Livingston didn't really look at anybody else.
And Kelly needs to realize that he has to get to the chains that time and possibly, put his foot in the ground, turn it back inside, try to get the first down. But he just
tried to spin and go.
Exactly.
Make a move.
Just kind of took it out of bounds with the little shove from the defender. So Indiana will take over. 4:31 to go.
See who the quarterback is for Indiana.
Number 3.
That's going to be number 3, Grant
Harkleroad.
He's going to hand it off inside. No, he's going to have the outside carry now, as back in there for Indiana's Justin Rabel. Had all the carries in the first quarter, and he's going to now get back in there to get a few more carries late.
Pick up a yard. That's a little surprising.
5'10", 180-pound junior.
Stop by the Mustangs.
Next week, Gary will be at Trinity in Washington, PA, and Indiana will be playing Greensburg-Salem. At home. That'll be their last home game.
So Harkleroad will hand off again this time.
Number 2.
That's number 2. Devin Flint, the freshman, getting a carry for Indiana. Keeps that.
Unfortunately, he ran into Roderick Jones, and he ended up with no gain on the play.
3rd down and about 6. Clock running now with 3:20 to go. Game in hand for Indiana, 41-7. Some underclassmen getting some action here late. So let's see what happens as they hand it off inside. It's Rabel, and he's going to push ahead for the first down. Gets it out to about the 38-yard line. So
42.
Rabel adding to his statistics here late.
38-yard line, and it's a 1st and 10, Indiana.
So Rabel picked up about 11 on that play.
We're inside 3 minutes. Back to the line of scrimmage, brings the quarterback, Grant Harkleroad. He's going to hand it off to number 2 for Indiana, and that's Devin Flint, the freshman.
Devin Flint, the ball carrier, number 2.
Pretty quick move there by Devin. Picks up 7.
For the 45-yard line.
Out to the 45-yard line.
3.
For Indiana, for any team, it's good when you can put your underclassmen in there at the end of the game. You don't risk any injury, and they get some reps.
There's Flynn again, and he's going to cut it outside and has a first down and more inside Mustang territory to the 45-yard line.
To the 45-yard line,
Flynn goes out of bounds at the 45, and that's going to stop the clock with 2:07 to go and a first down once again for Indiana.
Picked up, pushed out of bounds there by Fike. We had a little scare in the first half. Ryan Fike went down and went off the field right before the half and went into the locker room. He laid on the field for a while and But he came out the second half and played the whole second half. That's a good thing.
Handoff up the middle now, Rabel. And the Mustangs just cannot get these guys on the ground. They stand them up at
32.
the point of attack. Running on the play that time, a new
the ball carrier.
New carrier, Fox Van Leer, 5'7", 140-pound freshman, gets his first carry, and he has 6 yards.
He ran like a 220-pound running back. Gary, my stat sheet is officially filled up for the first time ever.
A lot of ball carriers, that's for sure. We're down to 1:05 to go. Up the middle again. Close to another first down. Fox Van Leer.
32.
You're going to have to go to the back of the sheet, Gary.
Van Leer again for Indiana.
Oh, no, that's his second carry.
Second carry. He's
4
going
yards.
to...
77.
Yep. Third down and 1. We're inside a minute. 45 seconds to go. Doesn't look like Indiana's going to take a knee, although they're going to use the entire play clock.
15 seconds left on the play clock. 35 on the game clock.
They're taking a knee.
They're going to take a knee now. They go into the victory formation with 27 seconds to go. Take a knee, and that's going to do it.
And Indiana takes a knee.
The clock will run now with 20 seconds to go. We're underneath the play clock, so no need to run another play. Teams will line up to shake hands, and Indiana comes to Laurel Highlands on senior night and prevails to pick up their third victory of the season. Mustangs unable to sustain any kind of a defense to stop the Indiana offense. The Little Indians put up 41 on the Mustangs, and that's our final. Indiana 41, Laurel Highlands 7. We'll be back with the final statistics here on WMBS and the South Union Township Sports Network.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Davis and Davis, helping the injured.
In any endeavor, experience is probably the most important factor, but it's got to be the right kind of experience. Experience in the community where the case is tried, where the jurors live, where the judges work. We've been doing this since 1976 at Davis and Davis. That's a long time.
Davis and Davis, attorneys at law.
Welcome back to Mustang Field, senior night for the Mustangs, but it turns out to be a good offensive night for the Indiana Little Indians. 41-7 our final score. At halftime it was 20-7, and it looked like the Mustangs were going to be able to gain some momentum coming out in the second half and receiving the second half kick, taking it down the field with Connor Basinger going in for the Mustang touchdown from 4 yards out with the 9:02 mark. In the third quarter, kick by Daniel Izzy was good, and it looked like the Mustangs were back in it at 20-7. But on the next drive, the Mustangs kind of self-imploded with 2 personal fouls that gave 30 yards to the Little Indians, and it was Bourgeois going in from 10 yards out, making it 27-7 with 6:55 to go in the third. 5:17 mark, McElravy took it in from 4 yards out, and the final touchdown by Luke Thomas, an 11-yard run, made it 41-7. There was no scoring in the fourth quarter with reserves coming in for both teams. And Rick, the Indiana Little Indians controlled the line of scrimmage throughout the entire game, and the running statistics surely prove that.
I would say they did. It was stronger than control. They dominated. It wasn't even close. No, it's one of the more lopsided games we've played in the last couple of years. For the Mustangs, Connor Basinger, he was 35 yards in the air. Unfortunately, there was 3 picks that went along with that. 33 yards on the ground and a touchdown for Connor. Shea Deso had 53 yards, and really that was most of the ground offense. 35 yards in the air, 112 on the ground, 147 total yards for the Mustangs. For Indiana, Little Indians. Luke Thomas had 60 yards in the air. On the ground, he had 23 yards and a touchdown. McInerney had 75 yards and a touchdown. Rabel had 85 yards and a touchdown. Turner had 69 yards. Bajwa had 82 yards and a touchdown. And so they had a total of 397 yards on the ground. At the 60, that's 457. Gary, when you have four guys that have more than 60 yards on the ground, and it's really hard to come back from that.
It was really nothing spectacular. They just grounded out, getting big plays on first down, 6, 7, 8 yards on first down.
Right between the tackles.
Pushing the defensive back, and they really had short yardage to gain on second and third down just about the entire game. Mustangs not able to sustain any kind of a defensive stand against the Little Indians here this evening. So our score 7 in the first, 20 in the second. Total of 20, 41-7 at the end of third, 41-7 was our final score. So that'll do it for us here on WMBS. Gary Frankhauser along with Rick Frank saying good night on WMBS. For South Union Township Sports Network, tonight's game was brought to you as a joint cooperative venture featuring the supervisors of South Union, Bob Schiffmeyer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott, Atlantic Broadband Cable, Armstrong Cable, everyone at CUTV, Gary Smith in charge, along with his staff. Once again, this has been Gary Frankhauser on the play-by-play, Rick Frank alongside Jerry Dupay on the camera. Another South Union Township Sports Network presentation. Indiana 41, Laurel Highlands 7. Good night, everyone.